people have got just bookkeeping stuff to do. Anyway, we are now live for session 4 of Warhammer 4e. And last session, you got to the point of finding the, hopefully finding the culprit who's been committing a series of grisly acts around Grissenwald. And you have some rumours that someone matching his description is hiding out in the sewer, and you were preparing to investigate. You've been shopping, and you've done some resting, because I think some of you have taken a few wounds and the like. And that's where we left it. So take it away, folks. What do you want to do?
Well, if we're going down the sewers, we have to find our guide.
Yeah, do that. Oh, Queen of Rats, right? Well, no, as I was just called, the Queen of Tails. Yeah, I don't want to talk to the Queen of Rats.
Yeah, she's just a...
And I believe that the Troll Slayer gets 2 recovery rolls worth of wounds back if he hasn't already.
Yes, that's fine.
I don't have any wounds.
Because we rested the day we left you behind, and then we've had an extra day of just resting because wounds.
I don't actually have any wounds other than my crit. So I don't have anything to recover.
It's just time, isn't it, I think, for you?
Yeah, all I can do is time. That's all I can wait.
Not sure yet, Alex. Waiting till Bill tells us.
How does Saskia fit in? Well, the easiest way, I guess, would be for you
She's
to
just
know
riding around down the sewers, right?
on a horse. I suppose you'll arrive in the Bay Horse. The Bay Horse being a fine establishment.
Oh, we haven't seen the revised. Hey, we've got a better note. That's the downstairs.
Yeah, but
where's the better map of the upstairs?
It should be on the staircase. You should be able to click it and.
What staircase?
Look at that. There's like a common room now. They knocked the walls through was that because he put the Troll Slayer in there? The Troll Slayer couldn't get out.
Yeah. I have got out of that room.
Yeah, it's just like an axe-shaped dwarf holes.
Well, that's good. That means they've got a common room now. That's good.
They have a common room now. Yes, and
that's blatant. That's where Dana's sleeping.
What do you mean?
Well, you're the lowest social tier of all of us.
You'll give me a room. You just say, you take out a room, and I says, oh, thank you.
But you wonder why there are 4 of the bed.
Get the woman to share rooms with all these other humans. Oh my goodness!
And how
you could tree.
So how we introduce Saskia is kind of up to you guys. It'd be easiest way in, I guess, as if she already knows one of you previously. Alternatively, she could be also sent by the Magistrate Kruger. He could have sent her along to help you out, being she's a warrior class.
Well, it's not just some random wench that wandered in.
Introduce your character to us, Alex.
Well, introducing Saskia. Yeah, she's a horse woman. Well, I don't know. Is she from a local regiment or?
It's up to you, but it's probably easier if she has served with the Grissenwald, and the Grissenwald militia here.
Okay, so you guys had any run-ins with bandits or something?
We did. We encountered a road warden on the way in. Amelie, I believe it was, or along those lines.
Amelie, yeah.
Yeah, and rescued her from an attempt to take her prisoner, one Mad Matthias. I'm getting the names wrong, I know.
Elias, close.
Elias, almost. I got the right vowels, just the wrong syllables. She got a bit stabbed, lightly stabbed, not heavily stabbed. So we left her to limp into Grissenwald at our own speed while we chased off Mad Elias, ran him down, brought him back. short order. The chase was a bit of a non-entity because he tripped over a big tree and we caught up. He tried to bribe us, threatened us with his brother. We brought him in here, got the bounty from here, and then also in the last 48 hours, actually got a welcome present from his brother, Bruno. Bruno says hello, and 3 nice gentlemen proceeded to leave all their equipment on the floor so we could sell it. The Troll Slayer got a bit mangled in the leg situation. But yeah, that's our bandit run-in so far. Oh, there's
Okay,
now a
so-
bounty on Bruno. The magistrate has declared a 5 gold crown bounty on Bruno.
Yeah,
Don't know
but
where he
don't
is.
forget our run-in with the watch as well. We're chasing one of them.
Run-in with the watch for chase. Well, now you're going to have to remind me of that.
Sebastian.
Right, we've not really had a run-in with the watch. We're chasing an ex-member.
I thought he was still a member.
Okay, so I could be like assigned to you to support you.
Yeah, it's probably best if he comes from the magistrate, though. 'Cause if he comes from the watch, we won't trust him because there's a whole undercurrent of the watch is corrupt going on.
Okay, so perhaps Saskia was suspicious about this, that something like this is going on, and perhaps she joins on her own decision.
Or that, or you could be asked to join us because there's a guy in our group called Walter who's just did something really bad and you have to keep an eye.
Yeah, you just feel really sorry for me, but you're also so in such admiration of my bravery.
How does your silver 2-tier character view the nobility alike? Because apparently that water bloke stood up to a local noble and got his ass whooped.
Sorry, what?
His ass fast.
Walter stood up to a noble and got beat up basically.
He
Really
got his
badly.
bottom handed to him readily.
By the noble.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Don't go, you did.
Well,
You got a good shot in him in the first round and then couldn't lay a blade on him for the remainder of the entire duel, and he whittled you down.
That's just because he's, spending all his days fencing and being bloody dumb rather than, doing honest hard work.
Yeah, learning how to fight duels, it looked like.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's where we are. The series of murders that have taken place, we found a couple of corpses washed up downstream. They brought us to Grissenwald. When we got here, it was the day after a lamplighter been viciously murdered and placed within the stocks in the Middenplatz, to be found the following morning. Our investigations also determined that 2 weeks earlier, a young woman called Rosalind had also been murdered in her home. Soon after that, the guard Sebastian disappeared. This appears to all be predicated around the fact that Rosalind was a fine, upstanding member of the Imperial community who, upon seeing that the guard Sebastian's daughter was growing scales, saw to it that the girl was burned at the stake. This is right and proper. He apparently didn't like this and has gone on we hope, a one-man crusade of vengeance. We suspect, worst case scenario, there's a corn cult under the city that wants to kill everybody with flame and blade. And he's proper vengeful as well. He's not just killing people. He's like chopping bits off and gouging out eyes and ripping tongues out through the throat.
Okay, so perhaps I just join you as a concerned member of the community after what happened in Grissenwald, and I noticed you guys that you made progress on unearthing the plot.
Just asked to come along. Well, you could also be sort of staying in the Bay Horse here, and they've been here for quite a while now, the party, so you would no doubt have had an opportunity to get to know each other, because it's only a small tap room there, so I imagine, you'd have spoken to each other. And
yeah, Beauregard's probably been drinking with you, the Troll Slayer.
Well, the only person nice in our group would probably be Zach, because everyone else seems to be a bit.
Barragas is very personable.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with Dominic.
Dominic's a friendly sort, providing you've
Well,
got...
my fault. Everybody immediately sees a witch hunter symbol and it goes all dodgy and suspicious and shy.
Anyway,
Okay, so you guys, Gas is the troll slayer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Then we have
I'm the wood elf.
the wood elf.
Yeah, Dana.
Dana, the wood elf. All right. And Walter and Dominic, what are those two?
Walter's currently the social pariah, outcast, unemployed. And that's Badger.
He just recently lost his job.
All right.
Dominic is a witch hunter in training. He holds the rank of interrogator. And
Zach just became a bystander.
Yeah. Zach's decided the river life is no longer for him. He wants to track people down for a living.
All right. So perhaps I know Dominic from the training.
So that's actually probably what happened. Yes.
I know. I watched you.
He staggered in. He slept through the first act of. Oh, by the way, all this that happened to Walter happened at a play.
Before the play.
Yeah, before the play. It was in the social bit beforehand. The play was a bloody filthy affair. It was all about some elf maiden that was trying to put it about a bit too much.
No, it wasn't. There was an
yes,
elf
it
maiden
was.
swimming in the sea, and all these people got, oh, look at that nice elf maiden. Oh, she's gorgeous. They didn't even have the proper height or the ears. It was terrible.
And they didn't have to have the situation with her in the altogether so often.
Communing with nature is a fine activity.
Yes, between man and wife, or young lovers, or possibly when some monetary transactions have taken place, but not on the stage. I don't appreciate that sort.
How many people just popped up there?
As you're all sitting around talking and getting to know one another and planning your expedition into the sewers, the door to the tap room of the Bay Horse swings open, and a blast of wind sort of follows them as it's getting late in the year now. And in the doorway is somebody you recognise. He has a bandage around one eye because one of you took his eye from him.
That would be the Troll Slayer.
Don't remember this at all.
Mad Elias.
Don't remember.
Yes.
Standing.
Yeah, well.
We barely kept him alive on the way back because the Troll Slayer kept threatening to slap him when he was on like one wound, and he did more than one wound with a slap.
He had all his.
He was full up on crits.
Crits, wasn't he, as well? So if I'd have just touched him, he'd have died.
And you did indeed turn him in to the magistrate for a reward. However, he has now walked into the tap room here as bold as brass. He grins at you, his face missing a few teeth. Good afternoon to you, he says, smiling. It's so nice to be able to breathe the fresh air of this lovely town once more.
And
stand up. And
to what end are you able to do this?
I've been released.
By?
My arse, you've been released.
By, well, when you've got a lot of money, money talks, doesn't it? We managed to secure my freedom. The nobility here, they're quite understanding.
Zacharias, didn't the magistrate inform us that Matthias' entire family still had bounties on their heads?
I cannot honestly recall.
I'm pretty sure he did. You're still a member of your family, aren't you, Matthias?
So you mean Elias?
Elias, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
If he's been released, his bounty will have been revoked. There's no point in
Yeah, but didn't you,
releasing someone with bounty.
the
Bruno.
bounty on the bounty on the brother, we found out the brother was a lord, so that there wouldn't be a bounty on a lord.
No, that was just a.
No, we didn't. That was
yeah.
just
It's not the
supposition.
same person.
It's not the same. It was a different Bruno.
It was a different Bruno. Yeah, we got a lot of the same name floating around.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into making the names a bit different. But there's Bruno.
There's Bruno, and then there's Bruno.
Yeah, there's very different
And
people.
the Lord's Bruno. No, it's the other way around.
There's the Count. I think he's actually a Count. Bruno Ferocious. He's the guy who actually rules Griswold. And then you've got Bruno Moritz, and he is a outlaw, the brother of Elias here before you. Bruno has, indeed, to the best of your knowledge, still got a bounty upon his head.
Yeah. Well then, Elias, we have no quarrel with you, unless you have come here to pick a fight with us.
Pick a fight? I'm a law-abiding citizen, me.
Glad to hear it.
Not like my brother. He's a bad egg. He is black sheep of the family, him. Got a price on his head and everything. They are just, yeah. He never forgets. Never forgets people who've done him wrong. He doesn't. That's his problem, Bruno.
Let me guess. You want us to go and come with you and meet him again?
I don't want nothing from you. I was just telling you the obvious. Just letting you know. You know, I was about again once more, and Bruno's still free as well.
And?
He just smiles. Well, interesting, isn't it?
Not particularly. Were you hoping to impress us with your ability to finagle the system?
Well, it kind of makes it all a bit pointless for you lot, doesn't it?
Not at all. We're 5 gold crowns richer.
Well, you should have taken my deal when I offered it to you.
But this way we've managed to get in with the law-abiding folk here. And I'm sure that when you break the law in the future, someone, us or like us, will be there to take you down again. And Sigmar, forbid you do anything to draw the attention of the Silver Hammer. Then I will come down on you like a lot of masonry.
Silver Hammer. Well, don't seem like there's much profit in annoying the Silver Hammer now, does there?
No, there isn't, because you won't have any legs left.
They've each ordered a shot from the barman, who's been quite pensive throughout this, just kind of expecting his barroom to erupt into blood and guts at any moment. The Elias and his 2 cronies drink the shot back. As you as Bargaz moves up behind him, he turns at you and pulls the bandage up over his eye, revealing a blackened eye socket, and he winks at you, Bargaz, with his other good eye. Oh, sorry, John, I only just saw that. Make me a
only just wrote it.
Roll, please. Oh, okay.
Basically, I'm just giving. He's not him. I'm basically putting the eye on the other 2 more than anything else. Come on, make the first roll of the session a success.
Oh,
And it was. It's against their call. However, it is 3 degrees of success.
I'm nowhere near as cool as I wish to be, which means I believe you cause fear in him, don't you, at
Yep.
the moment?
Yeah, 3 degrees of success because of menacing. So it was a successful, so I had the level of menacing, plus menacing adds a level of success in addition.
So
Don't say anything, I'm just literally like keeping an eye on both of them in a sort of a quiet, menacing way as they put their drinks down.
Okay, so
Bargaz locked the door. Don't lock the door.
he locked the door to the kitchen for some reason.
Yeah, hopefully it's the wrong door. Yeah, he's got a bad leg. He can't walk fast.
No, I locked both. I went to the first one first, if you were watching, and then went down to the other one.
Yeah, but you didn't say locked door in the first one.
Did I not? Oh, did it not type? I did. Promise.
Okay, in this point, Elias is trying to sort of save face. He hoped to come in here full of bravado and things, but you guys really are the scary party, and he's now rather regretting the whole notion. But he doesn't, or he tries not to show it. But you can see there's a look of fear in his one good eye, and he says, "Well, just saying hello. Good day then to you all, and I'm sure our paths will cross again."
Don't be
Not
so
if you're a
sure.
good boy.
And he walks up and tries the door.
How did you lock the door?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I
Actually,
don't know. Is there a lock on the door?
The counselor fumbles with a couple of bits.
You climb out the window and just.
You're just at the other side holding it shut with your shoulder. Every so often we hear dwarf and fuck my leg out.
you'd have to try a pick lock, I think, or something on it to.
I was just if there was some sort of bar on it, like just not a lock, a key, just like you have sometimes a
Like a latch.
bolt or a bar,
A
a latch,
bar.
yeah, something.
I'll,
Just to stall them if they fancy anything starting.
okay, yeah. Well,
It's not necessarily going to lock them in. It's just going to stall them.
right, yeah, no worries. There's a bar on the front of it. He first goes up. He looks a little bit drunk with his first day of freedom. He looks like he's going on a pub crawl. And he tries the door, frowns at it, and then will lift up the bar, perhaps a little quicker than he's showing that he's a bit intimidated by you all.
As he's leaving, just as his mates are going out, as the last one goes, I just want to stand up really quickly to basically startle the last guy.
Okay, the last guy, as you stand up quickly, quickens his pace and just nearly leaps out of the pub into the
Well,
street.
it's nice to know we have friends in the area.
I think I might shadow him. Can I do that? See where he goes?
You can indeed shadow him, yes.
There are rules for shadowing and everything.
There are.
Perception and stealth.
Well, we've got them distracted because they're keeping an eye on me walking out after them and
Scary witch hunt.
Dominic scaring them. So if you go out the kitchen way, you can probably catch them unbeknownst fairly easily.
I don't actually have any skill in stealth there.
It's all right, it's a basic skill.
Yeah.
It's stealth
Make
urban.
Yeah, stealth. No, yeah, there's urban.
Yep, urban.
All three of my stealths are the same.
Ugh.
Do you have decent stealth as a wood elf?
Oh, I got 0 points in it. It's 40.
It's 2 skill rolls, if I recall. It's stealth to make sure you're not seen, and perception to make sure you keep them in sight.
I've got shadowing there.
Oh, you've got shadowing already. That's cool. You can use your higher of the two.
One
then.
roll.
One terrible roll.
I thought, isn't it one roll against both stats, or does you roll each separately? Let me have a look.
If you go to the shadowing, it tells you there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's a combined perception and stealth roll. But with you don't have. If you've got shadow, then you do it on a single roll. Essentially, it covers both. So yeah, it's a combined test. So you would, I think you're right. You roll once and compare both.
Yeah.
What's better for you, Kerry? Perception or stealth? Because obviously you're going to use the
Perception is
better.
1 point higher at 37.
Roll that.
But don't forget, because you've got shadow, it will add its level in success levels to your test while shadowing.
But is that only if you succeed?
That's on the success, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to do this, it does mean you'll be alone, but That's just the GM trying to make you nervous.
Yeah, and it's only opposed if they're actively trying to.
If they see me, I'll run away.
I'm watching. I'm there. It's all good. Witch hunters within a shout.
Have you rolled yet? Because you can see the roll.
All right, you know what? Shit.
Don't forget, your fortune is refreshed, so you could spend that to reroll.
Oh, yeah, go on then. I hate this game.
Well, fair.
You could.
Does he get a plus 10 or 20 because it's easy because we're helping? Like the scaring terror, they're not looking for him.
Did you say they were drunk?
And they're drunk.
Yeah, well, it's the negatives will go on their roll.
Well, no, but does he not get a plus because like the witch hunters fear them, and so they're taking notice of the witch hunter?
You've also got
not
dark,
him.
well concealed. That sort of thing. It's up to skull.
It'd be a minus, wouldn't it, really, to their because they get a perception roll.
Only if it's opposed. If it's not opposed, then he just rolls by himself.
Well, I think they're being cautious because they will be, worried about you following them. They just got scare the hell out of them.
In that case, I would
You need
suggest
to
you
roll.
spend a possibility. Have you got another fortune point, Gary?
No, I need to get one.
Well, it might have. Okay, yeah, because what you could have done if you had another one, you could have spent it to give yourself one extra degree of success, which would have made it a marginal success, not a marginal failure.
But if it's opposed, it doesn't matter that it's a failure, does it? I thought now they have to. So they just need to get, if they get higher than 43, or no, not higher than 43, but
Degrees of
worse
success,
failure than he gets.
Yeah, if they're cautious, they should roll.
Because if
Well,
they're at
because
minus as well.
you scared them, so they would be practically making sure you're not coming after them.
Yeah, I think that's
Exactly.
reasonable that you get a check. However, Zach, if you want, you could. Just thinking how to phrase it.
Do you want corruption? It'll give you bonuses.
Yeah, basically.
If you want to
I was
grow
just
an
trying
extra head.
It's just seeking perfection, something within you, dark whispers. Suggesting
Let
you can have a
them roll
reroll,
first.
basically. If you're all right.
No, let them roll first. See if they fail. If they fail, doesn't matter.
Your perception's
give them
better if you've got that third eye.
Don't forget they're at minus for being drunk, scared, frightened of the witch hunter.
Which
Darkness.
Let him talk, guys.
Just trying to put loads of minuses on.
Which dumb GM built this
Just-
character?
Think how much fun it'll be to let
Well,
Zacharias wander off by
Is
himself.
this the thug with the 75 perception?
No, he's
6
he's-
degrees.
Yeah, the drunk. I give him a -10 for stuff, darkness or whatever. You do manage to follow them. You make a number of errors as you're going, but luckily they're so wasted on his first day of freedom that they don't really notice you. And after a while, they've looped back. No one obviously seems to be following them, and they become less cautious.
What's Baragaz doing?
What's Bargo's doing?
Just curious if I saw him. I'm not following. I'm just curious if I saw him wander off.
So
Because I'm also out there looking. So I'm just, I'm 1 degree of failure. He's 1 degree of failure. So
And plus,
no,
you're
not,
also a lot slower.
not quite. Oh no, I'm not following. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if I actually saw him go in the shadows after them. So I know he's followed.
Look at the size of that guy's head.
Tiny man, big man, tiny man. Find out the map scale is
There
actually
we go.
appropriate for the little guys.
Put them on here, and let's put.
That was the last we saw of Zach.
It might well be.
So this could all be part of Kerry's plan. He's going to kill off Zach, then play a series of courtiers who all sell their courtly garb in order to bankroll the knight that he wants to play with a starting set of full plate.
Okay, Zach, you follow them and they head down to head to the north and then towards the dock area, and you will see them approach a small building next to the docks. It's a fairly rundown area, this, with lots of sort of warehouses and sort of small shacks, lean-tos and all that kind of thing. You get lots of drunkards, beggars, and things like that lying around. It's not too far from where the Queen of Tales lives, and you
bring her back with you, will you?
And you'll see them head up to the door here. They knock on the door, and we'll disappear inside.
God, slit the throats in the night.
What do you do, Zach?
He forgets the way back, gets lost, and if we see him in foremost.
Zach, you there?
Kerry?
A bog octopus leaps out of the river. Right.
One with the baby has gone off by himself.
Well, I'll take it that he is indisposed and follows them to there, and yes.
That's something suitably bounty hunter.
Yes. So heading back to you guys at the tavern.
He can make a roll to listen at the door when he gets back. So if he is, hello Bruno, and then we know where the bounty is. Well, if everyone's had a good night's sleep, then I suspect that within the hour we'll have found the Queen of Tales. We just need to wave a bottle of gin near the top deck and we'll attract her attention. So does anybody need anything else before we head down below?
But we're supposed to roll for resting.
I've assumed you've already done that.
Oh, I haven't. Do it, and I'm going to spend fortune on that.
Baragaz, you can't have full plate armor. We've had this discussion.
I wasn't speaking that.
Didn't we? I thought you. Well, you can stay another night, I guess, if you want.
No, let's get going. This leg ain't getting bare by itself. Well, it is, but.
Well, Walter got a decent success, so he's got some points back.
How much do I get?
So you get your toughness plus
one
success
plus
level,
one.
so plus 1.
So 5 points, 5 wounds.
Don't think there was any bonus to recovery for healing. Hang on, let's just double check. 'Cause if there is, I'll do it.
Thought you'd already tried healing on him.
Well, that's healing the wound after the combat, but I don't know if there's a. No, I suppose it's medicine to do recovery, isn't it? Don't have that yet. Might get it, but I don't have it yet.
Well,
I think you only do healing once a day anyway.
Yeah, it's a talent.
On it.
I'm still in pretty
otherwise.
bad shape, so if there's time, I'd like to maybe visit the Temple of Shalia.
There's no time.
Come on,
Also,
let's
isn't
get moving.
one.
Well, you can visit the temple. I personally have no objection to you partaking in some good, healthy cult worship before we head on. I'll be attending briefly to the Temple of Sigmar to call for a blessing anyway.
Well, you've already delayed this. I don't know how long, and if another person dies, it's on your head.
I thought we had a time limit to when you expected the next murder to be.
We have 6 days if they follow a timeline. So if we make it quick, I wish Zacharias was back.
What?
The barman is called. I haven't written his name down. What's the barman called?
The barman.
Yeah.
The barman.
barman.
Is Wilhelm.
That was it. I can't. He's got a son. I can't remember the son's name. Wilhelm. When our companion Zacharias returns, can you tell him that we've headed to the Temple of Shalia, and that we'll meet him at the top deck?
You'll have a
Top
job.
deck?
They're in no Temple of Shalia, I don't think. There's
Number
the
6.
hospice.
Sorry, Walter. We can go to the hospice then. That's where.
There's number 6, Temple of Shalia.
Oh, right. Apart from that
Grim and
one.
Arrow.
Yeah.
Wilhelm, you need to attend church more regularly. Your irreligious ways are. Let's just say you don't want to go the way that a young girl in village upriver almost went. Be careful.
Oh, let's not go down that path again.
No, of course. Well, I usually go to the Temple of Sigmar, you see, when I
Well, that's
worship.
perfectly good. Well done.
Oh, according to the map, it's just around the corner.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Down the road. Well, that's on the way.
On the way to where?
Top deck.
Where's top deck? You keep on saying top deck, and I don't know what top deck
left.
is.
The top
That
deck.
green arrow,
Map,
the green
number 62.
pins. There's only 4 of them.
This is terrible. I feel like we're leaving Zacharias behind because I don't need him to read things anymore. So.
What? That's where we got
He was
mugged.
only a translator.
Didn't he come back from last night?
Well,
I think this is the morning.
Oh, okay.
the player hasn't come back
I
yet.
got
Yeah.
time day wrong.
I guess Zacharias is back, but we just don't have the player.
Well, we assume he's back. There might be a Zacharias-shaped hole depending on how the investigations went.
What kind of location is the top deck?
It was
It's
where
a
we got
dive
mugged.
bar.
Got mugged outside of it.
It wasn't a
So-
mugging. It was an attempted murder.
What's the difference?
Well, one, you're trying to steal things. The other, you're trying to kill things. Most
Well.
muggings are opportunity attacks.
Well.
Also, it was a revenge attack. Again, muggings are spur of the moment things. This was premeditated. But the hospice first, because Walter's feeling delicate.
Didn't you have a couple of days?
I think he did, but we've rolled terribly for recovery checks.
Okay.
Well, I think
so-
we've taken 2 days of. This would be the second rest morning.
Just like 2 days after that concert thing.
Hang on a second. There is something about if you took it easy for that day, you might have got something else back.
Your toughness in wounds.
Yeah, I think we put that on.
You don't get a roll, you just get your toughness in wounds back.
If you've taken it easy, so we
Yeah.
didn't go out on that day.
But you might as
So
well.
does that mean I can recover even more then?
Yeah, you can have your toughness as well if you stay in all day.
He wasn't taking it easy because I kept jabbing him in his ribs where he was stabbed.
And he was.
I'm lying down.
Does it hurt?
I'm
Does it
lying down.
hurt? Does it hurt?
I'm lying down.
Give me a drink. Give me a drink. Give me a drink. My leg
it's-
hurts
it's-
worse than yours.
Without medical attention, you can attempt an average. Did you put plus 20 on your endurance test?
No, I didn't.
Okay, you get an extra 2 wounds back from that. Test after a good sleep once a day. You heal wounds equal to your success levels plus your toughness bonus. For each day you spend taking it easy, you also spend heal an extra number of wounds equal to your toughness bonus.
All right, so there you go.
And if you want more than this, you need to be attended by someone with a heal skill. But again, that can only really be done once per encounter. Don't do it again. How are you feeling? Do we still need to visit the hospice, or are you a bit more robust?
It's pretty bad.
Really?
It's 9 wounds and a critical, yeah.
You'll be fine in a couple of days. It's some bruising.
And a critical. So only a critical goes.
Well, you just have to stay off the foot.
Listen,
Yeah, the critical was a day, wasn't it? It was only a day.
are the
away.
Shalians known for being slow or something?
3 days, I think his critical was. Yeah. So it'll be
No.
1 wound you won't be able to heal back, Walter, because of that crit. So, well, if you spend
Walter?
another day's rest, you'll probably heal that, won't you? 8 wounds.
It depends. But I mean, I don't know. Can't they use some sort of blessing to do more than would ordinarily be possible?
Well, yeah, but they usually look for the most needy of people, and you just got cuts and bruises.
That would be me.
Yeah, you should get something too. Hey, we got fourth, and then
I just hate the note: a patient can only benefit from one heal roll after each encounter. If we can get him into a small fight, and then he gets another encounter.
come on, Baragaz, let's go. They're taking.
Dana needs to get outside as well, as you said. She's being a bit stuck in.
Yeah,
Let's take you to the hospice quickly, see if they can do anything. If they can't, then we go to the top deck and we just have to deal with it.
Okay, you
Oh.
head to the Temple of
Zach is
Shelley.
typing.
I think Zacharias might be back.
You
He's
got 3
typing.
crits,
He's not speaking.
Dominic.
Yeah, it says, Dominic, you've got 3 crits.
A baby crisis, that's fine, Carrie, don't worry.
Hey,
Baby-
what?
Sorry.
Don't know, but on the combat tracker it says you've got 3 crits.
No, it shouldn't do. I've got.
It's because it's the way he's calculating it.
Its remaining wounds is 12 out of 12, and remaining critical wounds is 3 out of 3. Should it be the other way around?
I think
Yeah, sure,
everyone's
naught
doing them
out of
slightly differently, as long as you all know how you're doing it.
That's all right. No, I should be fine.
Oh,
You
not
say not 3. I'm only allowed up to 3 critical wins, then that's it.
Yep, ditto. Because it's your toughness plus. It's your toughness bonus, isn't it? If you get to your
Yeah.
4th.
it's your toughness.
That's all right, Kerry. We understand baby crises.
Yeah, yes.
Well, I'm back now. I'm a bit worried. There's a map with only me on it.
You
Well,
went
that's 'cause you snuck
sneaking
off
off.
after them.
Yeah, well, I said I'd run away when they spotted me. So
They didn't.
They haven't spotted you.
Yeah, they went into there. They went into that house, and then you're standing there outside.
Oh
been
well,
standing
then I would go. I would simply observe and well make sure that I know why they're here. Like, are they breaking and entering someone else's house, or is it their house?
They knocked.
They knock on the door and disappear inside.
Listen at the window.
So either they're the most convincing burglars in the history of the Empire.
Yeah, I mean they may have broken in before, and they're just knocking on to get.
I will look through a window.
There aren't any. It's just like a ramshackles place.
I think I'm just going to return to the others because this is of interest, and I have no desire to be way.
Oh, but I like you walking around on your own.
Yeah, I know. That's another reason for me to return.
Oh, spoil sport. All right, so you return back and you'll find the others are all getting their things together, and they look like they're going to the Temple of Shelley.
Well, I followed them to a house. I don't know what the house is. Shrugs. Might be of interest. They have acquire a bounty on their heads.
Indeed.
Until
You
then,
know where they
nice.
are.
Yeah.
It's up.
Well, we're going into the sewers. Does anybody need any last-minute equipment? Before
Oh, not this again. That's all we do is shop. Come
Yeah,
on.
Well, then the answer's no. Let's get moving.
yeah. For 3 days, you've been shopping, sleeping, and
That's 2 days, not 5.
following people.
My axe is getting rusty. Come on.
Right, so are you going for it then?
Yep, top deck. And actually, let's save some time. Well, do you have any bottles of cheap gin?
Yep.
Gin.
He will give you a couple of bottles of cheap gin.
Thank you very much.
I'll put it as part of your room rate for now. Okay, and you head off to the top deck.
Well, why don't we go to the hospice?
Okay, you going? Where are you going, guys?
I thought we were originally going to the hospice because he was crying because he was so injured.
Yeah,
Okay, you head to the hospice.
we got to help the dwarf, and also me.
It's on the way, ish.
Can they cure my crit?
They might. I don't know what blessings can do in this edition.
All right, so you had that. It's a small temple. It's inside. There are quite a few people coughing, spluttering, and have got various boils and lesions on their flesh. A lot of them playing. Quite a few people crying and sadness. And
Keeping an eye out for mutants. I know what Shellians are like.
yeah, they're definitely not to be trusted, are they, when it comes to mutation? A woman will come towards you. She's a fairly well, she's probably in her 40s. You can see that the lines of age are showing on her face, which was probably once a lot more beautiful than it is now. She has very curly brown hair, and she smiles to you. Blessings of Shalia be upon you, my friends.
Yes, may her mercy something. What do they say? We are in need of quite somewhat healing. I'm wondering if, well, you're known to provide that.
I see.
My dwarf companion here has badly mangled leg, and I've got stab in the ribs.
I see.
And we will, of course, be making a donation.
Of course. Yes, very. That would be very warmly accepted. We do also run the hospice here, and it is quite costly to run and look after orphans and the like. We always make sure that we look after the most needy of in society. Let me.
The spell is called Talia's Tears, if you're looking for it.
Shelley, well, that's the one you're looking for Baragaz, if you want to do that. Otherwise, you have just got the basic blessing of healing for the other bits. Unless anyone's hiding any corruption on page 226.
Oh. Despite the GM constantly asking us, do you want to take a corruption point for that?
Corruption.
Do you want some corruption? Oh.
Just having a look at the.
Which ones does healing then?
Blessing of healing. It's one of the simple blessings of the cult. It's not actually a miracle.
Oh, okay.
What donation are you making?
Well, in helping us, you're helping your town, because we're going to go sort out a cult underneath you.
I don't think that's
all right.
That wasn't what she was saying. It was just me asking what sort of donation you're making.
Our time and effort to save this. You can have me pants if you want. I've got some shame.
It's really whether I'm wondering whether you've got a priest at a high enough level here.
Then it's not worth my cause.
I'm going to say...
yeah, because they need the invoke talent.
It's a pretty...
What level?
Advanced skill, isn't it, for the crit at least. I'll give it a 30% chance of a roll, or you can roll actually, Bargas, if you want. If you roll under 30, there'll be one here.
Never gonna happen.
And you can't re-roll it. You lucky sod.
To be in town when, you're lucky. The local so-and-so is here.
Just someone.
He's down from Altdorf.
Yeah, someone is just happening to be passing. Well done. Okay, so she will pray, which is actually automatic for her, I believe. She just has to pray for a length of time.
Yep. Yeah, we've got time. It's fine.
It's only round.
Definitely
we're in no hurry
for us.
Can't attach amputated parts. So she does actually will heal you, and you're going to have to make a suitable donation though, of course, because there are actual.
I think she still has to make a roll.
Shh! Stop
She's still making
talking.
an invocation roll. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Not that familiar with them.
Every +2 SL, you may heal another critical.
I only want one.
Does it mean you pray for 10?
Well,
10 minus fellowship bonus rounds.
Oh, okay, okay.
let's give her. I'm going to give her 60 skill because she's got to be powerful to do that. You were just lucky that she happened to be here today.
I wonder what the target is for this thing.
That's a fail, unless there's any.
Which is skill.
Yeah, but that just says 60.
I said 60 with the invoke.
But she must get a bonus for taking time, wasn't it? Is it plus 20 anyway, as just a regular test?
And it's a challenging prey test.
Challenging. Oh.
That's +0. If you score a failure, words spoken, but your god for whatever refuses to listen to them. She'll yeah. So she will smile and shrug and say thank you for your donations. Sometimes Shalia only gives a blessing to those most she feels in need. But perhaps if with more prayer and if we,
Yeah, maybe she'll listen to this human, because humans are more her cup of tea.
no, turns out she's actually naff at it.
Coming down her face.
Well, that was a nice trip. So we head to the sewers now.
Yeah, and I think that Walter can get a wound back if they're happily going to do a blessing on it.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Well, that's a bit something.
Better than a pig in the
Target
eye.
heals +1 wound, blessing of healing.
But yes, keep one wound.
Right, I'll.
But it wasn't successful. Does that still count?
How much was this worth?
No, that was a miracle that she was doing. The blessings are different.
Yeah, I think the blessings just happened, didn't they? I think.
Oh, okay.
No, it's still a challenging prey test. It was a prey test, not an invoke test. Well, if that makes a difference.
I make a mental note now to reread.
Read up on it.
Yeah, but I think it's reasonable to give her a 6% skill just now. So she's failed sadly. She will pray, they will try, but in this instance, Shalia does not hear your prayers.
She fumbled.
Can I pay her for? She did.
Sin points.
Come on. Wrath of the Gods, 1d100.
Can I pay a fortune for her to re-roll mine or not?
No, she gets. Yep.
Oh, she's been slapped.
And slapped.
How dare you try and help a dwarf and somebody who went against his betters?
Oh well, I don't think that's worth more than 1 silver shilling. So I'll put that in.
You're not getting anything. You did nothing. You get nothing.
You have to give them something.
Well, we shall.
I don't have to give them anything.
We'll remember this next time you're in need, Boga.
Sister, do not take offence. And I clasp her hands in mine and offer a brief prayer to Sigmar and leave 5 silver shillings in her palm.
Yeah, in your face, Sigma, not Shalia, Sigma.
Thank you, Sigmar.
That's just a bitch slap, that was.
Yes, if that's what Baragaz thinks, because obviously the coins are above his eye level as well.
Funny.
Can I spend a fortune point or not? Is it not allowed?
Not on her roll, no, sorry.
Okay,
she
that's fine.
could.
Can she spend a fortune
point? She's on her own fortune. She probably, being high level, would have them, but no, she's not. No. Sadly, you're stuck with it.
Whoever's your elder, whoever's controlling you is a right arse.
I'm assuming she has no sin points either. Well,
I'll tell you this,
No.
Cam, when I played a dwarf, I didn't moan this much.
You did.
Really? Oh, that's rich.
All right. So
shall we move on, gentlemen? We have a long and unpleasant day ahead of us.
Can I point something out? There's 2 females here. 2.
It's a generic term. Sorry, Dana. Sorry, Saska. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we move?
Fine by me.
all right.
And head towards
Sure.
the top
Go.
deck.
You know what top deck says to me? There's their bottom deck.
I don't know.
It's a boat.
Oh my god, the Wrath of God's table is horrible.
Do you want to know?
I think though, doesn't it? It's modified by your sin, so I think it caps, doesn't it?
It's plus 10 per sin point.
Per sin point. Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
151. You're summoned before your god to face final judgment. Unless you have a fate point, you never return.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
If you do have a fate point, you do return and suffer the effects if I cast you out, which is essentially excommunication. Sin's bad, guys. Don't accrue it if you want to play a priest. Anyway.
Don't sin. Okay. Since Bargaz has gone, you all head to the top deck. This is not very far from where Zach was earlier, near the docks here. You will find the Queen of Tails in her usual spot up the corner on the bar.
Beckon her over.
Oh, and hello there again. I suppose do you want my help, like you said you might?
Yes, we require your services as a guide, and your payment is and handle one of the bottles of gin.
What do I need to do for this? To show you where that person is?
Indeed, you are perceptive for a gin-soaked ne'er-do-well.
Well, you have to be perceptive, you know. You see a lot of things, you do. Well, come on then. If you're right, I'll get you there safe. But I'm not doing no fighting, mind.
We do not expect you to, but if we find the gentleman we are looking for, there is another bottle in it for you.
Right, she says. No problem. The Queen of Tails knows the sewer system like the back of her hand. Follow me, she says, and stomps out into the alleyway.
Do you mind if I call you Agatha?
Oh, of course, yes, Agatha, yes. And she sort of pats the side of her head, trying to sort of flatten her hair down a little bit. Right.
Why do you want to call her Agatha for?
Because that's her name, and I'm uncomfortable applying monarchical titles to people that don't have them.
She starts walking south, heading sort of towards the Midland Plaza. Says, "You get in the sewers. The sewers are only for the posher folk. You see, you have to go into Fennigland really to get into the sewers. Up here, they're just more like drains, you know, holes. They were and all the slurry from the street just rolls into them. You have to go into Fennigland to actually walk around in the sewers. You do. I'll show you though. Don't worry. You're safe with me." She leads you into Fennigland and to a grill in the road, which she deftly pulls up and says, "This is right close to where I saw them, where they're staying. Drop you right down on top of them almost, I can." And she scurries down a ladder, a slime-covered ladder leading into the sewers. The stench is almost unbearable. It's definitely very nauseous. You'll feel your dinner wanting to return. Endurance checks, please, everybody.
Okay, where's endurance?
It's a basic
There's-
skill, so if you don't have it, just roll
oh,
toughness.
right, it's a skill. Okay. I was looking under the other thing. Ooh, look at that.
Failure will be giving you a point of fatigue, which is bad. It's essentially a -10 to everything from nausea. However, you can of course use fortune to try and re-roll this.
Wow, guys, you guys are.
I'm going to spend a fortune to increase the degree of success, which
Or
makes it a marginal success rather than having a reroll.
excellent choice. Yes, you can also do that. But you've got to.
So for one fortune, I get a full reroll.
God damn it.
Or if you only won, if you're on a 0, you could get 1 success.
I got a 1! I've got a 1!
5 degrees of success. Woohoo.
You're fine, Walter. You're fine.
I should get more than. I should be more than fine. I should be fine for forever. I should never be afraid, feel sick by.
That obviously is only dependent on whether it was a test that needed degrees of success. Otherwise, it's just a success.
I'm going to do me fortune as well, so I get +1 success level to pass.
Okay.
I will do one more reroll.
Oh, you're fine with that reroll. Well done, Saskia. But it did cost you 2 of your fortune, did it? Never mind.
Yeah. Spend 2 points.
So did anyone actually fail, I think?
Yeah, I failed.
Are you spending anything, or are you going to... Because fatigue gives you -10 to everything in effect.
Yeah, I don't have any fortune left. I only get 1, so I'll just kind of be staying at the back and hiding.
You'll be a bit vommy.
Oh, you only get 1. Oh. Well,
You made him spend the fate at the beginning of the very first session 0.
there's something deep down within you that's like an inner darkness which is reveling in the just disgust of it, Zacharias. If you want to, you can sort of succumb to that, to the sloth and slime and disgust in your mind, and have a reroll for a corruption point.
What does a corruption point do?
Corruption points
Starts
are
an inexorable slide to damnation.
corruption points are nothing. They're not bad. They're not bad at all.
Yeah, I'll take a corruption.
It's only one.
Only one. What's the worst that can happen? Corruption points, basically, when you get to your toughness and the amount of them, you get you roll for a corruption effect. Yeah, mutation if it's physical, or madness if it's mental.
Okay. Where on the sheet do they go?
Oh, do we not have a corruption thing? We'll have to mention
You
this.
might not put it there yet. In theory, it should be on the combat, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Corruption, insanity, all those things are part and parcel.
Sadly, it'll just have to go on your notes somewhere for now.
Don't worry, Skellum won't forget it.
No. Oh, and that reminds me, just as you're going down the tunnel, everybody make me an endurance test. This is an endurance test to resist corruption. It's resisting a physical corruption that you have encountered at some point during the last 6 sessions. But I didn't want to, well, I'm not necessarily telling you, making the tests immediately, because I'll give the game away.
And is this challenging or average or?
It is
I think
a.
it-
Let me just check that. I think it's a minor corruption. Sorry, after
Says
I
they are challenging.
Yeah, challenging endurance.
You can do cool instead if you want. Oh no, is it got to be control? What was the first one when we went in there? Was that challenging or was that average or what?
It was challenging. So I'll probably go back. Okay, Dominic, you're fine.
Oh, for God's sake! By 3 again. That's the exact same roll. It's
Failure will give you 1 point of corruption.
fine.
What's
I
happening?
like corruption.
At some point in the last 6 sessions, we encountered a minor source of corruption.
Where do you put that?
Actually, he succeeded the roll, but can I just point out, Alexander doesn't need to do that roll then?
Oh, yeah, Alexander, you don't need to do that roll, mate.
Or does he?
Yeah, or does he?
I don't know when it
He is
was.
the.
Well, I
We
passed
only
it. So...
encountered him today, and this is the first time we've had to make corruption.
Okay. Well, I can take you aside and show you my tentacle.
Careful. I've heard of you. Those sort of people
Charges per minute
from
for that.
Thailand.
All right, so Bargar, sorry.
Where do we put corruption?
It'll have to be in your notes, I'm afraid, at the time being. I don't think there's a hole for it on the character sheet yet.
My
Work
notes
hard
are...
and get more corruption, you'll have a hole that you can put it in.
My notes are filled with my critical.
I think if we mention it to Cato, imagine that's something that'd be fairly easy for him to do. You know, add another tab on somewhere or something.
Nah, we're not going to get any more corruption, so we don't need it. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, and so was it just Bargar? So everyone else got away with it, did they? Cool.
Walter,
Nope.
he got a 67.
Oh, Walter, you got one as well, did you?
Yeah, I put it down. So perfect. Also be anxiously looking around for, well, something.
Does Dana not roll? I don't think Dana's rolled.
Dana rolls, yeah.
There's no roll for Dana there.
That's because I came back and I says, "What are you running for?" And then there was nothing said.
We said the corruption that we encountered at some point within the last 6 sessions. We then did go off on a tangent, pointing out that Alexander didn't need to roll because he probably wasn't here.
In either case, it's an endurance roll, please, Dana, for or gain a
Okay.
point of corruption.
Trying to look it up.
So you can spend a fortune if you wish to try and re-roll, or take the point of corruption. I can actually use corruption to try and get you to do nasty things, which might get rid of corruption for you.
Corruption was always fun to play with.
Yeah.
So I can use it to mess with you. So, okay, so as alright, as you go down the sewers, you really don't go very far because the Queen of Tails knows her stuff. Up there, just on the left, there's a door, and it's that door that I've seen him going in and out of.
How often, Agatha?
Last saw him a few days ago. I'm not always watching here, but you know, I've seen lights under the doors and things when I've passed, so pretty sure that they're in there.
Do you say this was an endurance corruption test?
Yeah.
Am I not immune to that?
Nope.
I'm only infected by the cool one.
I think there is a chance, isn't there? Hold on, man.
No, not for Wood Elves.
Let me look.
Isn't it that you can gain corruption as much as anyone else, but you only manifest it mentally?
But it's saying that there's 2 different tests. says you get endurance for
Yeah.
physical and cool for
No, it's random which one you get, whether it's physical or you just get a
point. Read page 182.
Yeah, what it's saying is that the source of the corruption can either be spiritual or physical. But when you finally corrupt, it's random. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not. Yeah. So that's what the whole point of the roll. Otherwise, there's no point in the roll, is there? If it's not random.
Yeah, it will just never manifest as a bodily corruption for you, regardless.
Yeah. That's what I was checking. That's why I was checking, because it said thwarted. I get 2 corruption points then?
I think it was 1, wasn't it?
Just one.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, do we go in softly or hard?
I'm not sure we do softly.
Who's first? I think it's a small guy in first because I'm bent over here. I don't think it's this tunnel 6 foot high.
Well, I think it'd be Baragaz, myself, Walter, or Saskia. Lord Zacharias has been good in a combat in a pinch in the last few days.
I can for sure stand my ground.
It looks like we've got our volunteer. As I look up as we're discussing, and the Troll Slayer's already at the door.
About to put his arm against his shoulder to it. But not quite. I'll step
weapons
in.
Out, everybody.
My weapon is in my hands because that's a bow.
And stealth checks then from you all.
Ooh, stealth checks. That's easy.
Who's being stealthy?
People who are stealthy. Underground stealthy, the guys.
Stealth underground.
Who said we were trying to be stealthy? Oh, well done, Dane. Oh.
Wait, who's going fast? Who said I was going fast? I'm not going fast.
He's on.
While we were discussing it, the Troll Slayer just walked off.
Oh, because it looks like we're sort of standing in a weird.
Me and Sasha seem to be the stealthy one.
Worst case scenario, they think it's a smaller group.
Oh, well, he just failed.
He did actually, yeah. Crikey.
If you're moving slow.
Which way are you going, Zach?
Just hear this.
Behind me, Zach, or are you going in front of me, Zach?
Sorry?
In the queue to go through this door, where are you going? Behind me or in front of me?
I'll go to the back, I think.
Well, you should be
Walter's
able to...
not on the map.
Walter is on the map.
Oh, yeah, he's off to the right.
So you can all move your tokens wherever you wish to be.
He's practically on the way out, is Walter.
Come on, what are you hiding for? Get up here.
Are you where you want to be, Walter?
Well, I don't know. Not in the back, but like middle-ish. I don't know.
Probably in front of Dana.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Feel
then...
confident. Give Baragaz the nod.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Mutants.
Mutants who?
No, you don't get to the mutants who bit.
Oh.
An old lady.
I'll just make him a little bigger so you can see him.
Whoa,
there he is.
It's a giant.
In
a very small room.
He's got bash and everything. Giants are horrid.
Yes, giant! Woohoo! I'm going to skip a whole career. Giant Slayer.
Giants, really large creatures, and they're really hard bad. They just, really are.
Anything large is horrid.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so you kick open the door there.
No. There's no kicking.
Okay.
I shoulder barge it, but I do not kick it. That would. Do you know how hard it?
He'll either be kicking it with his good leg and then putting all his weight on his bad leg, or just kicking it with his bad leg.
Definitely no kicking.
Okay.
Elbows in.
As you open, you're hit by the stench of sweat and a sort of metallic type blood type taste to the air in here, which is mingling in with the horrible stench of the sewer. As you look across the dimly lit and shadowy room, you see a man with an eye patch. Looks like he's taken a recent injury to his eye. He's holding a halberd. He's a fairly tall man, sort of well over 6 foot, 6'6"-ish, fairly heavily set, bearded. He looks a little unsurprised as you enter. He's holding his halberd as you kick down the door. He looks up and says, "Ah, I see you have finally come."
Sebastian Groltz, you are under arrest for the murders of Rosalind, the Brunhild family, and the lamplighter Waldemar Hoss. Do you surrender?
Unfortunately, sir, I no longer recognise what you call law. You think you are on the side of good when really you are on the side of evil. You put to the torch my young daughter.
It was Sigmar's will, and I will heal no more heresy. Baragaz?
You are wrong. Those in the square that day, they laughed, mocked, hurled things at her. They enjoyed the death. These people are animals. They all deserve.
Not waiting to finish talking.
While he's doing this, I am shouting, getting into my frenzy.
Okay.
So I'm like, start headbutting the door and posting.
Okay, you can make a frenzy roll if you want while he's doing his villainous monologue.
Oh yeah, I've got to do a roll.
Yeah.
Vengeance be on you all. May the blood wolf cast you out.
Can you also move into the room so that the rest of us can see?
I am allowed to do nothing when I get frenzied. What is it? A willpower test?
Cool, I think.
You just stand there and get in the way.
Yeah, willpower test. Is it? No, it's just willpower. I think it's cool.
I mean, can we step into the room? Just within the doorway?
You can probably get past me.
Yeah.
We're just still waiting for him to do his rule.
I'm trying to find where. Oh, it's an actual.
I suppose you're presenting authority to the guy. I have to give him a chance to surrender.
Oh, that'll do it. I am Fred.
Didn't you have to fail, actually?
What? No, I don't have to fail the test.
No, you had to do it past the test.
That's to come out of frenzy.
Ah. Okay.
If I want to ignore.
Cool. So you're busily sort of chomping the door, head-butting the door as the others slip into the room. As Sebastian continues, you nobles, that they're all corrupt. The whole society is corrupt. It needs to burn. You think you're on the side of good, but no. Sigmar is a trick of the dark gods. How else would anyone want to kill a poor, defenseless child? Only my.
I have heard enough. You are hereby condemned to death.
Feel the vengeance and honour of Khorne.
Okay, I'm resolutely charging at him. He's just invoked one of the ruinous powers. So.
Yeah, that did it. Everyone roll initiative, please.
What? Are you a farmer or something?
The time for villainous monologue is over.
What's initiative again? It's a D10
plus agility and initiative bonus.
While he was doing that, can we make a skill check to get advantage?
Is there a shortcut for that one?
No, just add it. 13 for me.
11.
Well, you want to roll like an intuition, Badger?
Yeah, or perception, just to see a weak spot or.
Sorry, you said roll plus?
1d10 plus your basically the tens digit from your initiative and your agility.
7.
Yeah, so I'm on a 13.
14.
Sorry, Dominic, what did you say you were on, mate?
13.
And Walter, you said you were on.
14.
Thank you. Bargaz,
11.
Dana,
6.
thank you. Saskia,
13.
and Zach, finally, last but not least.
He's AFK.
Okay, I'll leave him at the bottom.
I think he rolled it already. He got a 16.
Oh, did he? 16, okay.
10 plus 6. Annoyingly.
Oh, you're
He's still
right.
AFK, but...
Okay, you can put a modifier, right? Just testing.
yeah, you can use the modifier
Yeah,
in the
okay.
bottom left if you want.
I remember now.
Now, Gaz, you've done this before. Remind me, what do you need to have to do to be able to charge? Got to be able to move a certain
Yeah,
distance, haven't you?
minimum movement. So it's got to be at least your normal move.
Yeah, you've got to run, basically.
Yeah, so you've got to go. So if you can move 4, you've got to move at least 4. You can't just go 3. It's got to be 4
Do you not have to move
to a maximum
above
of
it?
your.
You don't have to actually run?
Oh,
I thought it had to be 5.
double check now.
If your
Charge.
opponent is at least your move characteristic in yards away
Yeah.
before
Okay.
you charge,
I
but
think it's at
within your
least.
run range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did we roll dice and then add our agility for it? What about our initiative?
It's initiative
Agility and agility.
Oh, okay.
So yours should be higher, yeah?
Yeah, mine would have been 12. I was puzzling because
Hey?
it couldn't work out.
You got agility of 60.
Wow.
12, I said. Total would
Yeah.
have been 12.
Yeah, you rolled a 6 before, so that means one of
No, I
the
didn't.
stat you just added is...
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, exactly. Which gave
2
you a
plus
6
10.
previously. Why are you... It's ridiculous, bloody elves. Stats of 60.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. You're not having any endeavours. You're good enough as it is. Okay.
Oh, it was 12 then. I'm still slower than all you slots. What are you so moaning?
You rolled a 2. Stop complaining.
Complaining. Didn't you said it had just agility, and that's why I got all confused.
Yeah, no, it's
Usually roll
initiative.
higher.
Okay. Well, so Zach, are you back now? Walter.
Ooh.
Walter's afraid.
Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna. He's got some. How much reach has he got with that halberd?
Going to be, well, at least better
Long.
reach than your hand weapon. So you'll be getting a -10 at least.
Okay, I'm going to defend because that's the thing.
I thought reaches. The disadvantage was being in its reach.
Well, if you can get within his reach and force him to fight inside, then you can potentially reduce the halberd down to the equivalent of a improvised weapon. So in this instance, Walter, defending probably not a good idea.
What should I do then?
I don't know.
Charge
Make someone else attack him. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna use.
Is that the situation?
I don't want to be hit.
Don't forget, if you have got any existing advantage and you bend around without gaining any advantage, your advantage goes down by 1.
So, I mean, what is the best thing to just attack outright, even if I.
Just do assess the situation. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you're doing something that gains you advantage.
Right, okay.
So that's an initiative roll, I think, is it?
I can never find this thing on this piece of paper. It mustn't be on this list.
Why did I get that?
Don't worry, that's fine.
I'm going to try to look for a weak spot in his defenses.
Oh, marginal success.
Okay, so you get a point of advantage.
2.
1, I think.
Yeah, you only ever get one.
So if you want to end the turn, if you're done, you staying where you are, staying put.
Oh, who goes first between me and him? Because we've all got and Sasha. We've all got.
Well,
Is it who's got the highest initiative?
Yeah, probably just go off in. Or was it agility?
Or was it
Doesn't matter,
roll?
both mine are the same.
Do you have to do a roll off though? Was
I
I
think you
think
compare
it's
stats first, probably.
It's initiative, then agility, and then some. There's a dice roll or something.
agility roll off?
35 initiative.
27. Saskia, what's yours?
Sorry.
What's your initiative?
Mine was 13.
Oh,
No,
no,
the
the
stat.
actual
Roll.
skill.
Stat.
The
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're in it stat.
It's on the first tab, main.
In it, okay, it's 38.
Oh, same as him then. What's your agility?
Oh, it's not. It was 35. It was
33.
35.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, he's higher. Okay, cool. I thought we had a 38 as well. Cool. So
So
Saskia goes first.
Actually, Saskia. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I would charge in and whack him with my sword.
Unfortunately, we haven't got the space to actually do charge.
Yeah, well,
Shame.
a figure of speech.
Yeah.
I stride over and hit him. How does hitting work? Do I have to like select him and then roll the hand weapon, or
Not at the moment. It's all opposed, so we work it out off of the result.
Yeah.
okay? So
If you roll off the combat tab on your combat sheet,
yeah,
it'll
so
have. Okay, that's awesome. You use your hand weapon, sadly, because he's got a halberd, he's got a longer reach than you, so he takes 10 off that, so you only get 1 degree of success. However,
Alright.
so 1 degree of success, his defense roll is.
But he didn't. Saskia didn't add his advantage to that, which we've all got 1 point of advantage at the moment, apparently.
Why have we got 1 point of advantage?
Galen just gave us a 1 point of advantage.
Oh, no,
Do
I
we?
didn't, sorry, it was just that advantage is just the thing I put on an effect, so I've got somewhere to record advantage, because there's no space on the
Oh, so
track
the
here.
advantage we've got should be 1 lower than that. So essentially, anyone with advantage 1 has currently essentially got advantage 0. Yeah.
I think they're not ones, it's a colon at the end. It should just be advantage colon you've got on your sheets at the moment. And then Walter's got advantage 1.
Okay.
It's just because I haven't got anywhere to put them. I create a line
No worries.
on the thing to write the advantage on. That's all it was. But it's still good. You've got
1 over him, I think.
1 degree of success. Yeah, but he had the reach advantage, so it's a draw.
And also, what does the halberg's defensive do?
Defensive. Oh, it gives him bonus SL, I think. Defensive weapons, yeah, +1 SL to any test in which you oppose an incoming attack. So he basically manages to parry the blow that you launch at him towards his body. Now, if you want, there's a few things you could try, Saskia.
sure.
You can spend a resilience point. Now, resilience comes back very infrequently, very rarely, but you can spend one of them to win this roll by 1. So you'll win with 1 SL. You could spend a fortune point to re-roll. That's what everyone likes to do, because fortune comes back every session, so you might as well blow it.
Or,
Okay.
as you're only just lost, you could also spend a fortune point to simply add a success level.
Okay, then I will just add the success level to since it's that close.
John's thing was definitely John's idea was definitely the best there.
Mm.
Good call,
So
John.
it's a start to hit.
So to start to hit, you'll hit with 1 degree of success. So it's your weapon damage plus 1. So
Weapon damage.
Weapon, that should be a 4, isn't it? 4
It's a
plus the strength
4.
bonus.
so
All right.
so it's 8 in total. Your hand weapon. So you got 4 strength and plus 4 for the sword, plus 1 gives it a total of 9 damage to his body. He is armoured. He's got a breastplate.
Yes, I'd already seen that guess.
It's well,
Halberd is
this
an
weapon.
unpleasant weapon.
I'm glad I haven't got armor on.
I know. I
Because
did
he's
chuckle.
about to rip through all your.
Yeah, and the armor you thought you had.
He automatically does damage to your armor each time he hits you.
Yeah, Halberd's rock. He's got impale on
Twice
it
as
as
likely
well.
to do. Twice as likely to do crits as well.
He takes
Scale-
3 wounds basically.
When I look at my combat tab, I have no armor points.
You start with armor, don't you? As the
Did you equip
Cavalry
your armor? Did you click it on your tab to wear it?
I fixed it. And
Hmm.
1 second.
Yeah, you should have a leather jack, so you should have 1 point of armor to your body and arms.
Okay, so I step in and I find a gap with some little help of fortune and give him a minor wound, right?
You do 3 points of damage to him, and I fixed your armor there.
It's 0 again. Yeah, well, never mind.
If you
It doesn't automatically take off the damage anyway. You have to calculate it yourself. So.
If you
All right.
click off the tab and click back on again, it should refresh.
Okay.
It should, yeah. Okay. So yeah, you've hit him. He's wounded.
You now get 1 point of advantage. Don't forget that. So Alexander's advantage goes up by 1.
It's going to come
It's
in
on
useful.
the combat tab.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. So I put it on 1.
That's for your own reference. Skellen will adjust the effect.
Yeah. Okay, so he has a go back at you and lunges towards you with the halberd. And my dice aren't playing well tonight. It's a marginal failure. So now you need to roll. He could still hit you with a marginal failure, but there's a blow coming towards your body. So what you can do, you've got.
Now, one of the choices you've got now is you can either attempt to parry with your weapon, which means if you get a crit on that, you will do a critical wound to him. But you could also potentially fumble on that. You could also just choose to dodge, which is a different skill, but there's no chance of fumbling on that one.
Okay, so the parry one is based on what?
It would just be your weapon skill that you're using.
The
If you're
hand
using
weapon.
a shield, then you'd be using a different skill.
Okay.
And you have,
so I will use the hand weapon and I just roll an attack.
You have plus 10 to it, so if you pop a 10 in the modifier box.
Okay.
That's because of your advantage. Advantage applies to any opposed rolls in combat and also to psychology effects in combat.
Okay, so my advantage goes back to 0 and then I'll roll
No,
a
it doesn't
hand
get
weapon.
used. It doesn't get used. It's there until you get wounded or
okay. Well, that's awesome.
Oh,
look at that.
Oh, damn you.
Correct. Nice.
Why weren't you here for the last 4 sessions? Anyway.
All right, so he basically goes to attack you, lunging towards your body. You parry the blow, and your sword will slide along the along his weapon, along the halberd, and you'll actually strike him on the shield as you both sort of like part away from the blow. Which means that you need to roll on the critical on the right arm.
Roll a critical hit.
So I've put in the chat window there, I've put a link to the table you need to roll on.
Nothing's come wrong. Excellent. That's wonderful.
Nice.
He
Yeah, for
gapes.
the first thing I lost.
So that was awesome. So basically, you slide down, where's your parry? You slide down the shaft of his halberd and hit his finger, and basically you see him gape in horror as his finger just flies off. Oh god, he's bleeding and all sorts.
Yep, and failed tests with a 1 on the unit die count as fumbles.
Oh dear.
What the hell?
And he gets -5 tests, 12 tests using that hand. I presume he's right-handed.
Well, it's a two-handed
yeah.
weapon.
Two-handed
So
weapon.
Oh yeah, sorry, it will be. So any attack he gets -5 to his tests.
Well done. Well done, Saskia.
Well defended, yes.
Doing bar better than that Troll Slayer at least.
You're going to be very disappointed by the Troll Slayer today.
and I've added bleeding to him. So that was his go. You get another point of advantage, Saskia.
Great.
Oh, actually, yeah, you do for winning the defense roll.
Yeah.
Look at the effects on Sebastian. Holy crap.
Yeah, you get some mad amounts of effects. Okay, Dominic, it's your go. Sebastian looks a bit, upset.
Basically, I'm going to try and intimidate on him along the lines of, you have one last chance. You are dead regardless, but at least surrender now, and Sigmar will be merciful, and you will be given a swift death.
Okay,
I'm going to do an intimidate versus his cool.
Won't he actually die more quickly if we just kill him here?
You don't argue in combat like that. Okay, so that's 4 degrees of success due to tap.
So he's got to roll really low. He does. He rolls.
But not enough.
Not enough. Not enough. So he is
menacing rocks.
He's basically subject to fear against you.
He's subject to fear, and I can, subject to your approval, I can use intimidate to attack him. But more importantly, I can also use my intimidate to defend against him.
Awesome.
So I'm just going to keep it out there at the moment.
So he's at -1 SL to hit you. Okay, and he's pass a challenging cool test to come anywhere near you. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and I've just won an opposed roll. So luckily he didn't have any advantage. Otherwise, every level of advantage would have added to his psychology test. So, but that's, and I'm going to stay behind Saskia by moving over to there.
Yeah, very terrifying.
Who's Wilhelmina?
Well, there was an
here we go.
unusual lady we were told about as well.
there's a ear-piercing howl, a scream of just blood-curdling vengeance fills the air as a woman with bloodshot eyes. You can see her eyes are actually dripping blood as she runs across the room wielding a warhammer.
This is more like it.
Toys for you.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping she wouldn't go there.
Okay, so now they are outnumbering.
Isn't that square a better place for her, though?
Possibly. Okay, and she she will try and hit poor Saskia. Because she's outnumbering to +20, so she's getting +30 in total.
Wilhelmina. All right. I'll do the Paris thing.
Oh, she's got 2 degrees of success.
What?
Target number 80. Nice.
Well, because she got
she got
+30.
+30 to it.
So you got plus 20 for the gang up and plus 1 for the charge, plus 10 for the charge rather.
Don't
So-
forget that Saskia gets his
20.
advantage as well.
Okay,
You
let's
do.
see. I
So-
get 20 right now.
You do.
Parry. What? Damn it.
Unlucky.
Okay.
Well, at the moment, she's going to hit you in the body. Would you like to do anything? Any points, re-roll, or anything like that?
Okay, I have no fortune points left. So what can I do? Take a hit.
Take a hit, I'm afraid. Now, because the weapon she's got is damaging, she can use 4 as the... Okay, so she uses 4 SL because it's higher than the difference because of the weight of the Warhammer, which means that in total, it's going to be 14 points of damage she hits you with against your body. So
Ow.
14 wounds minus your toughness and armor on your body.
Okay, so armor body is 1 and toughness is 36, so I guess it's 3. So minus 4.
So you'll take 10 wounds. Ouch.
10 wounds. Bam. I'm down to 9.
Okay, it'll also drop all your advantage.
Sorry, what? No. She does 9.
10 points go through.
Yeah, 10 was go, so I'm on 3. 3 wounds remaining.
Okay, it drops your advantage to 0 as you've taken some wounds.
Okay. Alright.
She gains
Done.
another advantage, but that's her go done. Dana.
Okay, I'm going to move into the room. I'm going to slam close this door, lock it, and say no one can escape. I'm only joking.
Push the dwarf in. Push the dwarf into the room. Trust me, push him in.
Yeah, he's gonna just mangle you as he chops down the door.
Joking.
No, please push the dwarf in.
I'm gonna shoot this Sebastian. Is there anything for melee shooting in this edition? Is there anyone know?
Yes, it is, and the modifiers. Shooting into a small group 3 to 6 is plus 20 to hit if you don't mind who you're hitting.
I don't mind who I'm hitting. Mind who I'm hitting? Do I get minus 10, 20?
Well, 2 of them are them, so you gotta.
No, I was asking. He says it's a plus 20 if I don't mind who I'm hitting. What do I get if I mind who I'm hitting?
Let me have a look.
But yeah. This thing's crazy. I must have it. I must have it here somewhere. This little combat tab.
Shooting into melee. Here we are. Found it. Just dropped it into chat.
Most.
Okay, you're minus 20 basically as you try your best to hit your specified target. If you would have hit, if it were not for the penalty, you hit one of your target's opponents. So you could hit Saskia or Wilhelmina, I guess.
Yeah, I've got a 1 in 3 chance of hitting someone.
It's only if you miss within that minus 20 range, though.
I hope you do tickle damage.
Oh, it's you instead hit one of the targets opponents that's determined randomly. Okay, randomly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go for the shooting into the group. I don't know what that is in the pages.
Minus 20.
It says minus 20 to 60, so I'm trying to work out which one it is.
It's minus 20.
No, it's plus. It's plus. It's not minus.
No, it's plus 20 if you're attempting. If you if you don't care who you're hitting. If it's a group of enemies.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care who I'm hitting. That's why I
Oh,
said I
boy.
don't care who I'm hitting because there's 1 in 3 chance I'll hit him. So there's a 2 in 3 chance I'll hit an enemy.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Oh well, yep. Saskia didn't last long, did she?
It will be
Well, you do know the target is determined by the GM.
Randomly though, it says.
Randomly, yeah. You don't get to choose. Or
I just want to add
Between
my
all likely targets as the GM prefers.
dooming is being killed by a sword, yeah. So don't mess it up.
arrows really hurt as well. Go on then.
one's got a warhammer, one's got a halberd. You're
Halberd.
screwed with your sword, I'm afraid.
A good roll.
Hey.
But it's against a
Nice.
random target. So 1 to 2, it's Saskia. 3 to 4, Sebastian. 5 to 6, it hits Wilhelmina. Here we go. It hits Sebastian. No Saskia.
Gonna
The
live another
damage
day.
is
You've just killed him, mate.
5.
The damage is outrageous.
Damage is only 5.
It's not. It plus your degrees of success.
Oh, sorry, didn't know that. Okay. Woohoo! 11.
Plus it's impaling. Oh no, it isn't. You've only got a short bow, haven't you?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, you've only nearly killed him. Okay, so basically, an arrow, Saskia, will hit you in the right leg. For how many points of damage did we
What?
say?
What do you mean? You said I had Sebastian.
No, you
Yeah.
said 1 to 2 with Saskia,
Yeah.
3 to 4
Nah.
Sebastian, 5
Oh.
to 6.
Okay, I'm
And
dead.
unfortunately, Skell. Well, no, you've got a crit. You're not necessarily dead.
Okay.
So well, let's
Crits are really bad though.
Oops.
Shut my nuts off.
So 5 plus 6, so it's 11 points of damage coming in against your leg. I don't think you've got any armor there, have you?
No armor.
So 8 damage on the leg.
I wish I just rolled normally because that roll was had anything.
How many wounds did you have left?
You know-
3.
3, wasn't it?
So that's 5 over.
So it's a major crit on the leg.
It's normal. Everyone's suffering from them. It seems a fashion in this game.
Hey, remember when you were totally mad about he shooting your character?
He has a point.
Yeah, just saying.
I don't think I think he should have hit his correct target.
No, not if he's having the plus 20.
Well, no, it says if you would have hit the target were it not for the.
That's if
You
you
You know, he
take from
wasn't
the
doing
minus.
he wasn't doing the minus. He was doing the I
It
don't
doesn't
care
have
who I
any-
hit.
If he
He
did
was
the
taking the
minus,
plus
then
20.
I'd agree with you. If he did the minus, he would have hit the right target, but he took the plus.
It doesn't say who you hit on there though. Due to
No, but
that.
then in on page 162,
Oh,
blah
okay.
blah. Any successful hits are randomized between all likely targets as GM prefers.
And I just rolled it evenly between the group.
It's Durek's fault. He chose to. Yeah, I don't care. Lumph.
Oh,
And the suspense. What happens to my leg?
I should roll on the crit.
Roll the leg crit, yeah.
Stop. Ah, wait. No, it's okay.
That's pretty good, actually. That's ace.
Oh, he hit you on the toe.
Oh, God.
Only lasts for 1 turn.
That's nothing. That was really lucky.
You're still on 0 wounds though.
Which means you're prone and about to pass out, but you're
But
not.
do I have a critical wound now?
Yeah,
No,
but it
it's-
only lasts a round.
Yeah, you're fine.
Ah, okay. So I go on remaining 0 and critical is 1. And I lay there with a
You're,
arrow in my toe.
you're prone. You can't stand. What you can do though is if you spend a resolve point, you'll immediately get back up with 1 wound, and you'll be fine.
Resolves the physical equivalent of fortune.
Resolve's a good one. You can basically just ignore that and stand up with ignore the 0. Basically, the prone from being knocked over.
Okay, then I will stand.
Okay, you
And
are on You're on 1 wound, mate, and you survived that. Well done.
Okay, and resolve goes down to 2.
Okay. For you,
And the critical is still on 1 or 0?
it'll be on 0, I think, because that critical only,
Alright.
well, it goes at the end of the next turn. So you will be on 1 until the end of next turn.
Alright. Thank you, Barlin.
Don't Barlin? Oh, you mean Bar guy?
Oh, sorry, you've got a routine plus 20 endurance test. Otherwise, you don't really suffer any effects from the crit.
Oh, how much advantage did I get out of that?
Plus 20.
I suppose you get an advantage. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you did a successful hit. You only get 1 advantage.
Oh,
That just
Yeah.
means
Oh.
that you'll be at minus 10 to any agility tests until the end of next turn, but that's not too bad.
Alright. Alright.
Have you finished, Dana, or are you?
oh yeah, yeah. Oh, do you want me to
You
click
have a
button?
second attack. I've
Shoot
9 more
again.
toes.
Yeah, welcome back,
I
Saskia.
stubbed your toe. I didn't amputate your toe. I only stubbed.
Yeah. You know I was an adventurer like you.
Once upon a time. Yeah. I charge.
All right.
Into Saskia. No.
Yeah.
Well, luckily for Saskia, I can't reach that far. I charge at half speed, which is 3. 3 squares. I charge. 1, 2, 3.
Is that your run?
That's my run. That is.
You're
Oh
basically
no!
hobble.
Can't I spend a resolve to ignore my crit?
You can.
Is that right?
You can.
Yeah.
I'm going to do
Spend
that.
for a
I can
round.
then. Yes, I can do that.
Spend a resolve, you ignore the effects of your critical wound for a round, you dig into your hidden resolve within you and charge in. Full tilt. Good move.
Barrel into him. Yeah, yes, that's it. Oof, I thought I was going to be doing absolutely nothing. Oh, no, that's all right. Right, so am I outnumbering him?
You have got... you've got to be outnumbering him 2 to 1, so sadly not at the moment. He's got 2 of you and one ally next to him, so you've not
Is
got
she
quite
classed?
got the 2.
Oh,
Not got the 2
she's
to
not
1.
against me.
She's against him, backing him up.
Yeah, but you're backing Saskia up.
I know, you can... Okay, so I will work it out as basically the target, however many allies and families are adjacent to the target. Some GMs work out from the whole combat tracker, basically the whole, whole combat. But I quite like it being removable. I do get what you're saying, Bargaz, but it's kind of the easier way of doing it otherwise.
Just that he got. She got out. Hey, look, our dice rolls have been absolute rubbish. We need every bonus we can get.
My dice rolls were brilliant. I don't know what you're moaning about.
Yeah, but what happened with your good dice roll?
The only time we get good dice rolls is when we're hitting ourselves. Right, what do I get? I get +1 advantage because I'm charging. That's what I get. Right, so I do get a bonus.
Good call.
Where's the bonus?
You give Dana a
Been a
bone.
while.
Dana, did you foresee that in your tea leaves?
Someone
Actually, yes, I did foresee it. I foresee the possibility that if I was ever going to hit anyone, it would be our friend.
Come on.
Wow.
Well, you succeeded.
It's 1 degree of success, though. And he gets +1 to defend because of his halberd.
Roll a rubbish dice roll.
Remember, you're adding +1 success to this, your halberd.
Come on.
Okay, so the Hellbird. Oh, and he's got all sorts of minuses going on here, hasn't he?
He's got a -5 because of his
yes.
severed finger.
-5 because of the severed finger. Okay. Here he goes, coming to.
Yay!
It's an impressive failure, I'm afraid. So +5
So
to your
that's
damage.
5 degrees of success. So that's 11. 11 damage. No, 15 damage.
And that's
15 damage.
And that's a
To
head
the
hit.
body. No, to the head.
No,
yeah.
head. Yep.
Sorry, I was reading his one.
Oh, sorry, ignore that.
It was a roll of a d10, getting a 9.
Yeah, also
It's recognised.
There you go, if you want to roll the head crit.
Ooh, 91. Devastating. Oh, I love smashing eyes. He's only got one eye.
Well, yeah, however, there's still no guarantee that there's a 50-50 chance you hit the eye he doesn't have.
Okay, so
He gained 3 blinded, 2 bleeding, and 1 stunned condition.
Lose your
Ooh,
eye.
nice.
Yeah, I guess there's he's only got one eye to start off with. Should you have the misfortunes?
What was the other guy that had only one eye? Not this guy.
It's a running
Minus
theme. Every one of my
30
games got
to
one eye.
test.
So I guess it's a 50-50
50-50?
chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Odd left, even right.
Yep. Do you want to roll for it, Gaz? And then
However,
I don't know.
we do because he has a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's his right eye is already missing.
Oh. It's going to get negatives, though. 5 wounds, another 5 wounds, another -30 to tests.
And, oh, sorry, coughing at you.
Oh, I got advantage.
He's already getting that. He's already lost the eye. He's already getting a -30 to tests
Well,
involving.
he wasn't. But he wasn't, though, was he?
Well,
he didn't have -30 to his weapon tests.
It's irrelevant because he is down.
Oh, I get a second attack, though.
He's not dead, he's just down.
Okay, I'll hit him again.
Prone, yeah. You've got +20 to hit him now.
Again.
Because he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah. I get. Oh.
Yeah, the -30 is only if you lose both eyes.
+40.
Is it my turn yet?
I don't think. Not yet. Gaz is doing his second attack, I think.
Think of Kerry.
He hasn't got a target, has he?
Kerry missed his whole turn.
We wanted to stay at the back, though.
Oh, for goodness sake. I still rolled high. At least I needed 100 to hit.
And then another critical.
Oh, crit! Yay!
I was going to say, what are you complaining about, man? Double
I forgot.
Just moans about everything.
I'm just getting into your character, you know. Feeling
You need to make, guys. However, it's been a bit plagiarist, mate. You need to make the dwarf your own, not just do what Barlin does.
It's all I know. I've heard this moaning dwarf for the past 6 years or whatever it's been. And it's all I know now. Dwarves moan a lot.
Okay, so he's now taking 3 crits.
Hey, does he get to defend if he's prone?
Yeah, you do. You do still get to defend, but you get a bonus to hit him.
So I do 2 extra damage. So that's a total of
well, you do
12 damage.
You do 1 random
and
crit.
2 crit. 1 random crit and another crit. Woohoo!
So there's a random crit location that goes on first.
Left arm or secondary arm.
And the arm.
Gaping wound.
3 extra wounds. Oh, yeah, I suppose wounds don't count really much nowadays.
So he's now got 3 bleeds on him.
No, I think he got 3 bleeds from his eye one, didn't he?
Well, no, that would be if he hadn't already lost that eye, I think.
Oh, he still gets surely he gets the conditions because he's still hurting. The bleeding. His eye socket can still bleed.
It's like you gained 3 blinded.
Yeah, he didn't get 2 bleeding. You got 2 bleeding, though.
Okay, I'll give him the 2 bleed.
So that's 5 bleeding.
There's just a gush of blood coming out of his face.
His head's been replaced by just a foot-wide gusher of blood.
Pretty much. And
they got another crit as well.
That'd
You
be a horrible
have.
mutation, wouldn't it? Head replaced by a foot-wide gusher of blood.
Does it
Well,
congeal?
you have to
Go
remember,
hard?
guys, this guy worships corn, so this is appropriate.
They're liking this. Yeah.
It's a body
Actually,
crit.
I'll have to keep an eye on Barnet and Barra, guys. Blood for the blood god.
Here you go.
Oh, sorry. First one. I pressed it twice.
Toast for the blood.
Painful
Painful
cut.
cut.
Another 2 bleeding conditions.
He
And
has to
stunned.
take an endurance test at -20, or
Go unconscious.
goes unconscious.
I think he's going to go unconscious in a second. I
And
don't think we
he's
need to
going
make
to
a...
scream out in agony. And a lot of wounds were taken in that as well.
Yep, he
He
passes out.
fumbled.
However, because of the bleeding, he's unconscious. At the end of each round, he's got a 10% chance of death per bleeding condition, so he's got a 70% chance of death at the end of the round,
Nice.
which is now, actually. So
Kerry moved up to the door, I think. Well, it's in a minute. Walter's got his go, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Or he had his go. Oh, you had your go already, didn't you?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
No,
we've
he
missed
hasn't.
you.
Why do we miss you?
It's Kerry we missed out on it.
Yeah, you did your go first.
You did your
Yeah,
intimidate.
you did. Yeah, you did.
Your intuition. You did. You did an intuition on him and gained an
did.
advantage.
And
It's only been one combat round. Wow.
Kerry didn't know, did he? I didn't think Kerry did anything.
No.
we've got a big group now, haven't we? But well, let's have a look
It's okay, I'll just defend.
So his chance of death is he dies,
Dead.
blood loss.
Yeah.
But this screaming Bint has blood coming out of her eyes.
Well,
She
so did
does.
he. I'll add to that. Do I gain my bonus for scoring a crit?
New bonus. Wasn't that your last one? Your last.
The personal.
Yeah, it has to be different. It has to be different.
All right. Do you have to change them?
Yeah.
Oh.
You've already
How
done that
about
ambition.
make it a kill? I don't know what other ones are there. For making a kill, then there's nothing big around here. That's not yet, because I'm not yet a slayer.
Zach.
Who's Zach?
Goes
I can't really do much, I don't think, from back here.
You can walk in the room. You can walk through your friendlies.
You can
Charge
become
and
another
attack.
target for the charging mad lady with a warhammer.
try and can't you distract it or do something that will negate her advantage? Like
Yeah.
You can
threaten
simply
her or
make.
something?
You can get an intuition to see if you can assess the situation, get some advantage of your own. Should it come into relevance, be better than just
Or do what I do and shoot the other female in the.
Yeah, you can shoot poor
Elena's
Saskia.
jealous bit.
Oh,
That's a
boy.
fail, sadly, unless you want to. Okay. Walter.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
going
you
to run
shouldn't have done anything.
up to that lady. And I'm going to say, the game's up, you hag. Or whatever you are. And I'm going to strike to stun.
Okay.
Why are we stunning her?
Yeah.
It's the only way he can ever stun anyone. His looks.
Shut.
Okay. Marginal failure. You have to.
Oh. Well, that's a failure. But the thing is, what's the thing? I get +1 because I've taken +1 success level because I've taken the structure stun.
Yeah,
Only
so
if
a
I
strike to stun
succeed.
attempt gives you a +1 if you succeed, as it says.
If you succeed, yeah. So it's well, we'll see. You've got we'll see whether you succeed or not.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got advantage. I didn't spend that.
You've got advantage with +1 SL. Okay.
But so does she, I think.
She's got 2 actually.
Oh, is she? Oh, okay.
Don't I get anything from being close to allies?
Let me see how many we've got.
Outnumbering?
You are outnumbering 2 to 1 now, so you get +20 for that. So it's another +2 SL. So you got +3 SL in total. So you get +3. She's on +4.
+4. She beat you.
So she's parrying. Yeah.
And she's got another advantage. Damn it.
So what now?
So she parries your blow. That'll be it. You could spend fortune to re-roll, try and beat her.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Am I still at +20?
Yeah, it's all the same
Plus-
advantage you had before.
Plus
You need to
30,
beat
you're at
4
plus
degrees
30.
of
Yeah,
success.
be +30 in total. Oh
No,
dear.
that
And a
God.
fumble.
Hit your own leg.
Now,
Made it worse.
you're either taking a fumble roll or you can spend another fortune, I guess, to try and re-roll.
Haven't got any more fortune.
Unlucky.
Blood go with.
What does fumble do? Does that mean you drop your weapon or something?
We've
No,
never
he
had
hits
one
his own
before.
leg.
How exciting.
He hits his own leg.
You'd like to roll on the oops
Does
table,
he?
please.
Good luck. Oh, it's a
Oh,
low. That's good.
that's fine.
Play this for laughs.
You lose one wound. You basically catch
With-
your leg, yeah.
It's all right. We've got 3 women in the party.
Ow. Thanks, lady.
So Saskia gets a chance to have her revenge against Dana.
You've got a number of rounds before you. Only you're not on 0 wounds anymore. You're on 1.
That'd be great if she just turned around and charged Dana.
And
now.
yeah, the critical is gone.
The crit's still there until the end of this turn, I'm
Oh,
afraid.
okay. All right. So yeah, well, I will attack her, of course.
Okay, this
And-
time you're at +20.
Go for Dana.
Just ignore the grumpy person. Not the dwarf, just a grumpy person.
Yeah, I need to charge the elven girl.
Not with that.
Oh, the 99, right?
You
My
might still
God.
succeed though if she rolls worse.
This is the weird thing. You can still actually succeed on a fail like that.
But not a fumble,
It will still be a fumble.
Oh,
1 degree of failure, 2 degrees of failure. So she defended, and the fumble still goes off.
And
though.
I think
If it, I don't know. Actually, does it go off even? If it talks about the fumble going off if you're still successful.
no, the fumble goes off anyway. Yeah,
There's an oops table.
yeah.
there is.
That's going to
Who
be
who
bad.
rolls on it?
You
Don't
do.
you do? Don't roll high.
You can fumble and kill someone. Your manoeuvres
to roll high.
misjudge, leaving you out of position. You lose your grip of a ranged weapon. Next round. Oh yeah, you're just at -10 next round. That's not too bad.
That's the better. But higher was good. Want the low roll. And she only had 1 wound left. Go, Dominic! You have to save the day.
She's mounting the advantage up there.
She is, but we've got an outnumbering situation, and she's a Cornite cultist, so I'm have to just. I wish I could like move back and then charge in, but I can't. That would be cheesy.
But still,
So
you get +40 to hit.
yep. So he will pull out his sword because he didn't have it. He was prepping his knuckle dusters in order to step inside the halberd. In fact, sod it. Yeah, I'll keep the knuckle dusters out. I'll go in. I'm going to attempt an infighting test
Oh, okay, cool.
to negate. So it's an opposed weapon skill. But I am at +40. She's also at pluses, but
Is it?
Do you have an advantage as well though?
she's also. I'll be getting a -10 because of her having a longer weapon. But that's the whole point. Just trying to get inside her reach.
Okay,
So I'm at I'm an aggregate +30.
all right.
Oh.
Perhaps shouldn't have rolled hers first, but it's good for you. Oh no, it isn't. Marginal success. Crikey, she's got high skill now.
From the combat tab, yeah.
Oh, if
She's got a lot of advantage. That's why.
Yeah.
I thought he was meant to roll first. Oh,
he is really. I was just getting carried
Oh,
away.
no.
How many?
No!
Fortune
Again?
point, thank you very much.
oh boy.
Fortune point, it's not going to
That's
happen again.
3.99s.
Yeah. Fortune point, it's not going to happen again.
Can I just say the dwarf just walks off whistling a tune to himself?
That's better.
Decides, I'm not going to attack anymore. She's got the Chaos Gods on her side.
She still succeeded though.
She did beat you. Oh,
Uh,
no. Yeah, by
beat
one.
Adam.
Oh, she did, yeah. Sorry, I thought it was 1 to each favor. It's not. My
hang on a
mistake.
second.
Have you got any more
Sure.
fortune?
I'm just doing that because I did a one left. I've just spent. I'm going to spend it to give myself +1 SL, I think. So I've got I've spent my last fortune.
That's a draw, but she'll still beat you, won't
No,
you?
because I'm
She's
on.
got a-
That will give me 1 degree of success.
+1
and she's only
SL.
got. Yeah.
and she's 1 degree of success, though.
That's the point. How does that work?
So that it'll be so she'll beat
No,
you.
I'll
'cause
spend it for the
target-
reroll then. I'll spend it for the reroll then. That'll make more sense. Come on.
Good luck.
Yeah,
wanna
because
get
you
this.
won't beat her if you have equal.
Yeah,
You'll-
start worship the Chaos Gods. Maybe your dice rolls a good beat.
Don't get 99 again.
No,
Yay!
that's
Oh.
better.
Yes.
That's what we needed.
So that means you've adjusted position to an infighting position,
Yes.
does it?
So let's double check that. So essentially, it has negated the Warhammer is now. So while she's still engaged with me, the Warhammer is a oh, for crying out loud!
Improvised
for it.
weapon.
Improvised weapon. That's the one.
Okay. So it
But I
also
have.
drops.
I've got my advantage. Oh, well,
Importantly, you drop her advantage. to
She's
0.
lost advantage. That's the main thing.
I didn't need the second roll. I forgot I already had 1 point of advantage.
Okay, give yourself a fortune back.
No, don't.
Oi.
No, don't matter what to do.
Well, no, because it's not damage. The infighting roll isn't a damaging roll.
It's
You don't do any damage on it. It's an opposed test in order to get inside their weapon range to
is,
negate the weapon.
is that weapon thing just against you though, or anybody that's improvised now?
Well, I think the issue is while she's still engaged with me, she'd have to spend advantage to disengage. If she hasn't got any advantage left or anything like that, then she can't do that. Hang on, I'm just trying to double check. Can't find it again now. Carry on with the next bit. It's go anyways.
Page 297
There we go.
Is it page 297?
for infighting. Is that what you're on?
Oh, because it's in the weapon chapter, isn't it? So I can have a bloody find the thing.
Hit Dominic. Don't hit me, please.
Don't hit Saskia.
Yeah, don't hit anyone who's wounded, please.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the winner decides if combat continues as normal or as infighting. During infighting, any weapons longer than short count as improvised weapons. So, yes, it's now an infighting.
Is it getting so
Is that-
bad that Walter is shouting at her saying, "Don't hit me"?
I've basically leapt on her and I'm pounding at her with a knuckle duster.
So how does that affect the rest of us attacking her?
I don't know, Dr. Scallon.
Have you just got in my way?
I'm not.
I went more shield gnawing than the troll slayer.
Yeah.
I'm going to be hitting one of you. If you're in the way, it's not my fault. The elf did it, and Saskia's got an arrow in her ass. So
Toe.
sorry.
The S toe.
That's
I
actually
suppose she
pretty
can
damn good.
disengage. You've just got to decide what she needs to do in order to successfully disengage.
I think she'll need to make another opposed melee test so she can choose. She needs to do the infighting against you.
Yeah, in
So
the
she-
opposite way, maybe.
So that she can choose to step out. The thing I'm not sure about, which I'll have a think about between sessions, I think, is whether the infighting means that she's unable to attack anybody else apart from you, or whether it'd just be that you're.
I suppose while she's engaged in an infighting situation, maybe she'll still attack other people, but it's still going to count as an improvised weapon because she's got someone up in her grill stopping her from being able to use the reach of the weapon properly. But I wouldn't say it stops her attacking anyone else; just reduces her effect.
Okay, well,
But yeah, no, I agree for the getting out opposed melee to get out again.
she could do that.
Now I only get advantage on this because I wouldn't get the outnumbering, because I think the outnumbering is only when you're attacking somebody who you outnumber. I don't think it gives you a bonus to defend against her when you outnumber them. But I've got advantage. So.
That's fine. She basically tries to hit you with said improvised weapon. It's undamaging. That means your APs will be doubled against her.
Yep. And it has no other of its stat values.
It doesn't do the
Not
doesn't
a hack,
do the
it's not
automatic.
or whatever else.
Okay, with her 0 advantage. Oh, she's
That's quite
that's
good.
critical.
A crit. Oh dear.
No, that's all right.
Oh no.
It's not.
Can't undamaging do crits?
I'll say it can. There's nothing that says it can't. But he can spend an armor point if he wants to negate it.
Yeah, it depends where I'm getting hit. That probably will happen if it
Left harm.
occurs.
You do need to decide that before roll the crit though.
That's okay. I've got to roll the attack first.
Okay.
The defense, I
Yeah,
should say. I didn't intimidate her, did I? So just knuckled her. His problem is making it worse.
But if she's only doing it to disengage you, she's not.
She's not.
Oh, that's the
she's
point.
hitting you.
Other than
Oh,
the
okay.
crit.
She's just attacking. Okay, I will
Yeah,
spend.
she's
I'll
a
spend
core
the fortune
knight.
to
She's
do it better
just.
then. Yep, I will spend the fortune to do it better then. My last one. It's worth it because there is a crit going on for this one. So let's see if we can make it. Keeps doing that. It keeps doing that every time it comes. It's only 4 degrees of failure.
I think
It's impressive failure. I've never seen an impressive failure before.
I will be. Was it the right leg? Left leg. Where was
Right
it? She
leg,
hit me on the
right
left arm,
leg.
wasn't she? No, it's left arm. I will damage the armor, so the crit doesn't happen. But
Okay.
go ahead and roll the damage.
You see a big chunk.
Plus 7 damage.
You see a big rip appear in Dominic's armor. His left arm looks a bit.
But it
worse for
doesn't
wear.
do that until it defends. It does get to defend first.
And then. So is that going through?
I think so. The damage goes through.
Okay,
What does undamaging mean?
Well, 6 points of damage, and your armor point is doubled.
Okay, so 2 add 3, 5 point of damage.
However, don't forget you've reduced your armor point by
Yeah,
1.
I've already done that.
it's-
So there's now 0 on
Okay.
the left arm.
So you don't get any armor benefit
Yep.
Yeah.
from your toughness. From
any subsequent hit.
No, from that one either.
Yeah, the crits always apply before everything else.
Yeah.
Do they?
So-
Okay, so
Yeah, it
damage.
mentions it in it that don't forget that you'll get more damage because your armor will have
Yep.
been reduced.
no worries.
obviously.
So it's good in a way because if you knock someone down from the crit, the other have to follow up. Or, anyway.
Okay, so I lose advantage. She gains 1 point of advantage.
But but still a good fight going on there.
Tied up a Warhammer.
Don't worry, guys. I've got this.
Everyone duck, it's Dana's go.
I'm glad I'm not classed as in that melee because then hopefully you can't.
Right, I'm going to do the one that means I don't hit randomly.
Okay,
What's
so
that
you
one,
take
then?
a minus 20 to hit.
I just type in minus 20 and then do the
roll. If you hit in that 20 band, that 20 range, then you will hit an ally. If you miss.
What do you mean? I thought you just
Okay,
told me I could.
what's your
I
skill?
wouldn't hit, 47.
So if you get between 27 and 40, was that after the minus?
Yep.
Okay, if you hit between 48 and 67,
Oh, well, after no, it's 27 if I take a 20
then
away.
if you hit 28, 47, you'll hit someone else.
Range is terrible.
It should be.
Yeah.
Think
I'm
about
gonna
mess
aim
of the
at
melee.
Dominic, and if I miss Dominic, then I'll hit her. Isn't that right? Yeah, yeah.
Only if you get within 28 and 47. So if you get between 1 and 27, you still hit the target you're aiming for. If you miss 48 or higher, you don't hit anything.
I don't know what that
Have you
means.
got
I'll just
fortune?
roll it. I don't know.
You
You
miss
just
entirely.
miss, yeah.
That's
that's
probably
good.
safest.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, the whole thing.
It does, because you've got a penalty
No,
to hit.
I mean, I don't understand it. That's what I'm.
If you've got a penalty of -20, because that's the other people standing in the way, that -20. So if you miss by that -20, then you're hitting one of them. You hit the cover, in effect. But anyway.
But if you hit, you hit.
Yeah. If you hit, you hit. Anyway, don't worry. All is about to be over, because crazy ass dwarf slayer.
Unless he trips over and whacks his leg and chops it off or something.
You've
Right.
+20.
Oh, sorry. +20. What?
+20 for the advantage, +40 for the gang ups.
So plus 60.
Does that count as a charge as well? Because I only need to move 1.5 spaces to charge.
Okay, go on. I'm feeling generous.
So, you know.
A run to you, that's like a full out hobble. Okay.
Very much so.
So you've got 3 advantage, you're at +70 then.
So bad that you really need that extra 10.
Hey, every damage will help. Do you want this to be 2 or not? See, look. Thankfully, I still got 4 degrees of success.
That was what?
Oh dear, that's going to hurt her.
Right,
So-
7 degrees. So that's 8, 15, 16, 17, 17 damage.
To her. Well, if you roll off the combat tab, Gaz, it gives you the hit location as well, so I don't have to.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. Well, that's a
Still
left
working
arm.
out from a 91.
I'll do that for my second one.
Sorry, left arm hit. She has no armor on the left arm, but damn it. So, oh, crap, sorry, how many wounds did you say it was?
17.
She takes 14 points, she's got 2 wounds left.
I will do my second attack.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. I'd have had to said if I was dual wielding, shouldn't I? Which I did mean to do, but I didn't say it.
Yeah, because you'd have hit with the 79.
I'd hit with the 19.
19, yeah.
Which would have given me a ridiculous hit.
I
I did mean to, because I knew I was getting +70 to this attack. I was going to.
Okay, I'll take that as read, but future, make sure you declare it. But
dear.
okay, cool. So you hit with a 19.
Which would be 12
degrees of
success.
It's putting you down
Plus
onto
another 3, so that's 15. That's 24 wounds.
Yeah. Stop
Does
counting.
she defend twice or just once?
No, it's just once.
Good question.
Yeah, it's just the once, because it's just reversed, I think, isn't it?
Yes, it's against. Yeah. It just reverses it. Mine.
Oh, yeah, it's enough to do the wounds to her anyway. So she goes down with a hit on the body.
She's not dead. I've got a third attack to come as well.
Well, we'll see from this crit.
Oh, it's high. It's high.
Major chest wound.
4 bleeding conditions. That's good. Oh, somebody's screaming in the background.
Yeah, fitting background noise.
I don't hear anyone screaming.
I think that was Badger's sound effect, wasn't it? The
Yes,
screamer sound
Badger's.
effect.
Yeah, sometimes they do lighten up very nicely.
So significant wound to her chest. Skin is flensed from muscle and sinew. 4 bleeding conditions. So she goes unconscious, or will do, I think, at the end of the round. Good grief. Any more hits to the body is going to reopen the wound. Yep, she's in a mass on the floor.
Let's hit her again.
Oh, sorry, yeah, go on.
Oh, is this so?
Don't forget your bonus 20 because she's prone.
Yep. And you've got another point of advantage. So you
Really like hitting people when they're down, don't you?
I am just enjoying the blood.
so like plus 100, I think you are now.
Yeah.
Just wait until you get skills in that range and just go, yeah, whatever. It's against 100 and it's an extra success level. Oh, and in the head. I think that's
Oh, I wanted the body. Just to get 2 more bleeding.
Technically, she's unconscious. It's a coup de grace, but let's do the head injury as well. As you frenziedly,
sorry.
you're getting carried away with that.
Damn it.
You hit
Yeah.
her on the ear,
Ear?
but whatever. She's dead anyway. So solid blow thumps into the centre of her forehead, cracking her skull open, and all the brain
Oh, I've got
matter
the
just.
skull because it's Korn, and he worships the skulls, doesn't he? Skull for the skull god. So I'm destroying the skull.
He is very fond of skulls, and the grey ooze brain matter splatters all over the tiles on the floor. And they're down. Well done, everybody.
Dominic doesn't stop punching.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
He is literally, you see the knuckle duster in his hand, and he drops to his knees over it and begins just pounding punch after punch after punch into the face.
I walk over to Saskia, bend down, and pick up my arrow.
I'll take that, thank you.
Okay, so the room with all the bleeding crits we got, the room is swimming in blood at the moment. I'm going to give you all some experience, 125, and then what's I'm supposed to give for completing said adventure? I've forgotten.
A personal own blood letter.
Good 150, exceptional 200, poor 100.
Oh, well, do you think you all did well? Should have a vote. Everyone who thinks you did well this session.
I think we did good.
We got.
I think there were certain
No, we did not.
combat decisions.
I don't think the elf did very well, but the rest of us.
I did very well. I hit his toe and didn't even crit him or hurt him.
Yeah.
I mean, is the question, did we do well or do I want more XP?
It's gone for the XP. Shh, to the rest.
Dwarf, hey, the dwarf
but to
kid
be
did
honest,
very well. I slaughtered them all.
the decision to just shoot into melee is a little bit corn
Bit
stuff, right?
Wood elfish.
No, Corn doesn't use ranged.
No, very true. But it's very wood elfy.
Wood
So
elfy.
well done.
Kane.
Yeah, Kane would probably shoot in the foot to give you more torture.
We've got 3 foot, 4 for. Oh no, 1 against. Oh, 3. It's.
I don't know.
There's another one to go. No. Oh dear. Yeah. Well. Okay. So apart from me, it's unanimous.
Oh, was that you?
Nice try.
Okay. So 200x for everybody. Well done on completing the first scenario.
Do we get
So
plus
that's
50?
325, yeah? Is what you're saying?
Yeah. Do we get plus 50 because
Yes.
we completed our short term as well?
Well, we completed the party short term.
Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry,
Yeah.
party short term.
So
Okay, just give me the totals. Don't give me as bits and bits because it confuses me.
Is it
Got-
375 we had?
no, I'm too confused.
Oh my.
So you get 200 for completing the scenario.
Yep.
Yeah, it's whether the end of adventure is in addition to the end of session or if they're separate.
I think. And
I think
then
they might be
you-
separate. It might be separate.
And then your party short term. What's that?
That was
Wasn't
to
it to get
solve the
Sebastian
murders.
or yeah.
Yeah, and so that one's done.
And
What extra you get?
A party one is more than a personal one.
No, it's 50 still.
Is it? I thought it was more.
Yeah. No, I
50
think it's still
each.
50.
Which is the one that's higher? Is the party long term higher?
Party long term, everyone gets the 500, whereas the short term, you either get the 500 or you retire your person.
So,
Whereas
That's the point,
the party long term, you get the 500 anyway.
so in total, then, my darlings, you all get 250x, which I think is a decent haul for completing this scenario.
Definitely.
And
Thank
we
you.
will, because that went on loads longer than I thought. In fact, this whole scenario, I kind of thought it was going to be a one shot, and it's taken us like 5 sessions, but it's been
Well,
nice.
I can always give it. Yes.
What?
All that shopping for armor you were doing, I was really taking it easy.
Oh, it was cool though. 'cause
all that armor I wanted.
it was all good.
Yeah,
so
Dominic doesn't stop punching until a number of minutes have passed, and as I say, his face is basically red with blood, apart from clean streaks running down from both eyes.
I look at you and say, look,
chop all your
I've
fingers off.
I've come down from my frenzy. You can come down as well, mate.
He doesn't look frenzied.
No, I did, but now she's
Yeah.
dead. I'm out.
awesome. And then I'm going to go for a psychological corruption test to you all, which is going to be a minor one, which is a cool test, I believe. A flat cool test, or you gain a corruption point.
Oh my god, I don't even have cool. I mustn't have a tick.
I'm immune
You're
to
not.
psychology.
Are you?
This is
By the way.
corruption.
Ah!
Psychology
How, do-
corruption.
how did? No.
So what are we doing? Cool.
Any bonuses to that,
Ooh.
Skellen, for character background? Or minuses for character background?
Yeah, so I was thinking really if you get proper losing it towards the end. Okay, you get so failures get a point of corruption, but don't worry, I can spend them, so it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to turn into a mutant.
We can also get rid of them.
You can, yeah.
Wow,
I'm
so
putting
I've got-
mine on the third line under motivation. Got the
Man's
things
under
under
appearance.
So I've got 2 points of corruption then. Woohoo.
How much corruption can everyone take?
It's your
How do you
toughness
know?
bonus, I think.
It's your toughness, toughness plus your willpower bonus.
Ah,
Yep. And
Ooh.
certain talents give you bonuses to it as well.
That means I can take 8. So
I can take 6
only
then.
one.
Wow.
only 1/4 of the way.
I'll do that
Keep corrupted.
slash. I'll do /6 in on that because
Yeah, I can take 7.
I could take 10.
Because you've got stupid toughness and stupid willpower.
Woohoo!
If all I have to do is put 1 point in toughness and 1 point in willpower, and then I jump 2.
so next week we will do the downtime and begin the next adventure.
And I thought that would be this week. I actually thought that would be this week.
Me too, but it doesn't matter. It's all cool. We have no time limits. We want, apart from the fact it's way
So
past
our
my bedtime.
short-term ambitions are cleared, and our party short-term ambition is cleared. Hopefully, I don't know if it is, but hopefully one small element of my personal long-term ambition has just been.
Is it?
But it all depends on which cult she was a part of.
Hell will the blood come out of it,
Definitely corn. Yeah, definitely corn.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's the particular cult. It's not all corn
Ah.
cults. His long-term ambition. So there's a chance he might fool himself into thinking they're all the same people.
I am now fearless against everyone.
You should bought the fearless trait.
And I am also a slayer, officially. I've
Oh,
got the slayer.
Well, don't forget you. So we go back upstairs, talk to the magistrate, get our reward.
money.
Do get the reward.
You lose 2 corruption points.
Oh, and is there anything down here worth ransacking?
There isn't really anything worth ransacking. It looks like they were living lives of out of society and in poverty. They just stuff they've scavenged mostly in here.
Oh, he's probably wearing an iron necklace with a funny symbol on it. You take that. You wear that. No problem.
Probably 1 armor point.
They do, however, have a halberd and a warhammer.
You know, just thinking about those. I was thinking about doing nasty things to them.
You mean
And if
both
somebody
sell
picks
it?
them up
Oh.
before I come out of my fugue.
Right. You're going to do nasty things to the corpses? Or
No, the weapons.
Hmm.
The weapons of chaos.
No, just,
What,
just
what are you going to
make
do?
sure-
Going to melt them down and
Break them.
He melts them down. He waits to cool down and he goes, I'm going to break you. And he's just doing intimidation on them. That's what's
But it
going
all
on.
depends if what you guys want to do, because he is out for a number of minutes. So if you've already started collecting stuff before I come round,
I don't want any of their stuff.
in case you're interested, the
I want my money.
Warhammer would be 3 gold crowns and the halberd would be 2 gold.
I mean,
No.
if Dominic insists, then I'll let him have it.
I believe I said 5 crowns, did I not? For
5 crowns was for the bounty. I think the actual reward was more, but I can't be certain.
I can't remember myself. I'm going to say it was 10 then, to be generous. I'm going to put 10 gold on the party sheet.
Oh, there's 6 of us.
Each. 10 gold each, yeah, that's good, that's all right.
12 gold I'll put on the party sheet, which gives us 2 gold each.
Yay!
There
I'm
you
taking my
go.
gold now because I don't trust you guys. Take 2 gold off it. I'm taking it.
Should I won't put it on the party sheet then. Everyone just add 2 gold to your party inventories.
Nice.
If
We're
everyone's
learning
here.
our lesson of these people by.
Looks to Dominic.
Okay.
Guys, I have to log.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, good night.
very
Yeah, we
much.
all have to go now. At now.
I've got enough experience to go up to Giant Slayer, but obviously